It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown! Good evening, everyone. It is Week 10, rivalry week of this 2025 Ohio high school football season on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Some are playing for pride. Some are playing for playoff seeding. Some are still playing to get into the playoffs, and some are playing for all of the above. Either way, you better bring it so you can finish off the regular season right. I'm Jay Wilhelm, and I'm live inside Memorial Stadium in Green for the Battle of 619 as the Green Bulldogs face off against the visiting Lake Blue Streaks here tonight. Lake comes in with a record of 7-2, 3-2 in conference play. Those two losses have come in the last 3 weeks as they have hit the toughest stretch in their schedule, and it doesn't get any easier tonight against a very hot Green team. The Blue Streaks have already clinched a playoff spot as they sit in the top 4 of Division II Region 5, and they will look to keep that position or better it here tonight. The Green Bulldogs enter this evening sitting at 4-5, 2-3 in conference play. Don't let that record fool you, as Green has popped off 3 straight wins against Glen Oak, Louisville, and at Perry, respectively. Once they got healthy, they have found their groove behind quarterback Tyson Hunka and running back Evan Reed. They will look to finish their regular season as strong as anyone here tonight. We're going to step away for a commercial break. When we return, we will take a look around at the other games being called on the Q92 Sports Network on this Week 10 Friday night. You're listening to high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency is a locally woman-owned travel agency helping you see the world. Lisa books any and all types of travel, honeymoon, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelor and bachelorette trips and destination weddings with low deposit, and you set your monthly payments. Mention Q92 to get $50 on board cruise credit cabin or $150 off your non-canceled vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency. If you don't go, you don't know.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartville. Let us design custom displays for your birthdays to baby showers. And yes, to those high school seniors, even graduations. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit HartvilleBalloonShop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We're back here live at Memorial Stadium in Green as we are inching closer to kickoff, which is scheduled for 7 p.m. It's time to tag in my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees. Mike, rivalry week, baby. Welcome in, my friend.
What's happening, Jay? It is the battle of 619, Lake and Green, and boy, oh boy, cannot wait for this one. But before we do, we have 6 other games that we are covering on the Q92 Sports Network, and we're going to dive right in. Kicking us off, batting leadoff, Ryan Keller. He's got Tuslaw and Fairless. Ryan, take it away.
Welcome to the final week of the high school football regular season, Week 10, Rivalry Week. And we're at Fairless High School for the Pac-7 matchup between the Massillon Tuslaw Mustangs and the Fairless Falcons as they clash for the coveted Blue Cup and a shot at the postseason. The Fairless Falcons, holding a 4-5 record, come in with momentum after snapping a 4-game skid with a dramatic 22-21 overtime victory against Northwest. Quarterback Mikey Retterbeck connected on a 20-yard touchdown pass and then ran in the game-winning 2-point conversion. The Falcons will look to carry that energy into tonight's matchup. Meanwhile, the Tuslaw Mustangs, with a 3-6 record, are hungry for revenge after a 14-10 loss to Fairless last season. Despite falling to Canton South last week, the Mustangs' running game, led by Nate Eberhard, has been a consistent force. Tuslaw has not won the Blue Cup against Fairless since 2018, and the Mustangs are trying to stop a Pac-7 losing streak that dates back to 2022. This rivalry has been incredibly close over the years, with Fairless holding a narrow series lead. But tonight, everything is on the line. The winner keeps their playoff hopes alive, while the loser is eliminated. It's more than just a trophy. It's about extending the season. Don't miss the epic finale to the regular season tonight. Join me, Ryan Keller. Kickoff set, 7 o'clock on the Q92 YouTube channel. It's Tuslaw versus Fairless for the Blue Cup.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. That one will be a good one indeed. Next, we're going to send it out to Matt Corrali, who is in East Canton for the Battle of the Hornets. Matt, take it away.
Rivalry Week is one of the biggest highlights of the year in Ohio high school football, and the Q92 Sports Network has 8 games over the next 2 days of Week 10 action for you. One of them comes with major playoff implications in the IVC, as it's win and you're in for the East Canton Hornets. They're 7-2 on the year and are coming off a 35-6 win at Buckeye Trail. It's their 3rd W in a row, as they've outscored their opponents by a total of 91-9 in that stretch. Offensively, expect the name Aiden Stevens to be said a lot tonight. He has 59 catches on the year, the second most in the area. And offensively, they have a front that can get to the quarterback. 3 players come into tonight's game with 5 or more sacks in 2025. On the other sideline, it's the Malvern Hornets hitting the road with a 6-3 record and in all likelihood will clinch a home playoff game next week with a win. They're coming off a 56-16 home victory versus Tuscarora Central Catholic to get them in the postseason. Malvern's high-power offense is led by the leader in rushing and rushing touchdowns in Greater Canton, Julius Gore. He's totaled just under 1,100 yards on the ground and has amassed 16 touchdowns. They also have the receiver that has the 3rd most receptions in the area in the form of Roy Simmons with 55. These 2 teams have met every year in Rivalry Week since 2020. Malvern is a perfect 5-0 in those matchups. Who will bring the sting tonight? Find out at 7 o'clock right here on the Q92 Sports Network with Robert Coleman and I. From Obet Stadium in East Canton, Matt Corrali, the Q92 Sports Network.
That is fantastic. Bring the sting indeed. We're going to step aside. And when we return, 4 more games to bring you. You are listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sharpstone Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Lisa's Dream Getaway Travel Agency is a locally woman-owned travel agency helping you see the world. Lisa books any and all types of travel, honeymoons, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelor and bachelorette trips and destination weddings with low deposit, and you set your monthly payments. Then Q92 to $50 on board, cruise, credit, cabin, or $150 off your non-canceled vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency. Don't go, you won't know.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartville. That's the custom displays for your birthday to baby showers. And yes, to those high school seniors, even graduation. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit HartvilleBalloonShop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Direct students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back inside Memorial Stadium in Green High School, it is Mike Voorhees alongside Jay Wilhelm. We've got Lake and Green kicking off here in about 20 minutes, and we'll get you all set up for the game indeed, but we still have 4 more game previews that we'd like to get to. Right now, we're going to send it out to Christian. He's got West Branch and Salem.
It's rivalry week, and the matchup carry more meaning than when the West Branch Warriors and the Salem Quakers get together. And this year, it's happening live from Riley Stadium in Salem, Ohio. Both teams enter Week 10 already playoff bound in Division 4, Region 13. But there's still plenty on the line besides bragging rights. The Warriors are sitting at 8-1 and are looking to lock up a first-round bye and secure some home field advantage. While the Salem Quakers 6-3 on the season have guaranteed themselves a playoff spot as well, but a win tonight could improve their playoff seeding and determine who they'll win in round 1. The Warriors haven't lost since Week 1. They've been on an absolute tear, led by senior quarterback Brady Hurst, who's thrown for over 2,000 yards this season, 22 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. And, of course, the senior wide receiver, Jeremiah Thomas, with his 51 catches, almost 800 yards and 9 touchdown receptions. And he's also rushed for about 300 yards and 10 touchdowns. As for the Salem Quakers, they'll be led by their senior quarterback and 3-year starter Cletus Monroy, who's led the team in passing and been one of their top rushers the last 2 years. They'll be leaning on their junior running back, Brandon Canna, who's been a key factor for them this season and has rushed for 190 yards and 183 yards in EBC conference games so far this season. It's a rivalry game with playoff implications. West Branch and Salem, live at 7 o'clock on the Q92 Sports Network.
Thanks a lot, Christian. That will be a good one indeed. Next, we're going to send it out to Manchester, where Mike Dixon has Northwest and Manchester.
Welcome to Rivalry Week, live from Manchester High School, home of the Panthers. It's Week 10, the final week for the regular season. We have a massive crosstown rivalry with Northwest Indians taking on the Manchester Panthers in this Pac-7 showdown. The Northwest Indians come into Week 10 5-3 and 4-1 in the Pac-7, and with a Week 10 win, can win the Pac-7 title. They're sitting at 8th in their region for the OHSA computer rankings, securing a playoff spot for the 25 playoff season. The Indians lost in Week 9, 21-22 in overtime to a tough Fairless team. Running back Troy Medora leads this Northwest offense with 762 yards, 107 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. Also leading the team is Logan Allman at wide receiver with 387 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Braden Venables, the quarterback, has 901 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. The Manchester Panthers are 6-3 and 3-2 in the Pac-7 and are currently sitting in 10th in the playoff rankings, trying to hold on to a playoff spot. Senior Tyler Pappas has been Manchester's signal caller all season with 1,360 yards and 18 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. Aiden Mead leads the running backs with 832 yards on 102 carries and 7 touchdowns. Philip Parton has 434 yards and 5 touchdowns on 51 carries. And with a trio of receivers over 300 yards, Jake Livingston 382 yards, Noah Lane has 355 yards, and Malachi Cintron has 314 yards, are the leaders of this Manchester's balanced offense. The final week is set. Northwest and Manchester renew this Pac-7 rivalry. Join myself, Mike Dixon, and Ryan Rowland, 7 p.m. kickoff on Q92 Sports Network.
Thanks a lot, Mike. That should be a good game indeed. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we've got our final 2 game previews. We'll get you set for Green and Lake, and we're also going to talk about tomorrow's big game, the War of 1894. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Starstone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Starstone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Starstone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit starshone.com.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back inside Memorial Stadium at Green High School, it is Mike Voorhees alongside Jay Wilhelm. We've got Lake, we've got Green, but before we get there, we're going to take it over to Sam Berquin on AM 1310 WDPN for Alliance and Marlington.
Well, tonight here at Marlington, it is rivalry weekend between the Alliance Aviators and the Marlington Dukes. The Dukes come in with a record of 3-6 out of playoff contention, but they have fought hard all season long for head coach Joe Cardinal. They've had a rash of injuries. Cam Evidence out with a broken arm almost the last month and some other key pieces along the way, but their young freshman quarterback has had a pretty nice year. The sky's the limit for the young fella, and he'll be getting better and better each and every night he goes out to play. Meanwhile, the Alliance Aviators, what a year they've had, 7-2, a tremendous group of seniors. You know the names: J.R. Jackson, Tajay Nicholson, Ravon Hawkins, Johnny Belts, Michael Williams, Cam Burton, Jaron Baird, Alex Hartman, just to name a few. Coach Goodman very proud of his young men, and they're getting ready for the postseason no matter what happens here tonight against Marlington. Now, speaking of that postseason, the Aviators in a little bit of a tricky spot here now. They are in 6th place with a record of 7-2. They are just in front of Geneva, and they are right behind Chagrin Falls Kenston. So a win tonight, they're in for sure. Maybe a bye. If they lose, they could fall as far as 12. Then they'd have to go on the road. But it's all about tonight. It's all about the rivalry. The Marlington Dukes hosting the Alliance Aviators. Join myself and Caleb Norick with the call tonight at 7 o'clock right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Thank you, Sam. And now it's on to the FM game of the week, a huge Federal League matchup. It is Jackson. It is Hoover. Clint, take it away.
It's rivalry week, which means the 5-4 Jackson Polar Bears visit the 7-2 North Canton Hoover Vikings. Jackson had a top streak extinguished at 40-9 pounding at home for McKinley last week. Despite the setback, the number 6 Polar Bears clinched a home playoff game in Region 1. Jackson senior running back Corey Jacobs was held in check by the Bulldogs along with most of his teammates, gaining only 51 yards, but is within 33 yards of 1,000 for the season, despite not moving to the backfield until week 3. He's second in the Federal League with 16 touchdowns. Senior quarterback Lucas Eckerman returned from injury last week, but was held to 183 yards passing on 13 of 29 and was under constant pressure. Jackson's defense was torched for 481 yards last week, including 316 and 3 touchdowns through the air. Junior D lineman Reese Myers has a team-high 5 sacks. He had 7 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss versus McKinley. Max Cowles has become a weapon last week, compiling 197 total yards on receiving and kickoff returns. Hoover dropped a tough 20-14 decision at Lake. For the second straight week, the Vikings failed on multiple chances to score the winning points. 4 passes from the 9-yard line dropped incomplete in the final seconds. Senior running back Jack Andes ran a kickoff back for an 88-yard touchdown last week. He leads the league with 17 scores, 10 through the air. Senior quarterback John Collins has thrown for 13 touchdowns and run for 8. Senior middle linebacker Chase Lukens has a league-leading 18 tackles for loss along with 2 interceptions. Hoover has clinched a spot in the Division II playoffs. A win this week likely will secure a first-round home game, while a loss would not necessarily send them on the road. Jackson snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 23-20 win last year. Hoover leads the all-time series, 65-29. It's the Vikings hosting the Polar Bears at Memorial Stadium in North Canton. I'm Clint Scroggs for the Q92 Sports Network.
Thanks a lot, Clint. That is going to be a good one indeed. We're going to step away. And when we get back, we're going to talk about the War of 1894 and get you all set for Lake and Green. You are listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Charshone Auto Group, only on the Q92 Sports Network.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency is a locally woman-owned travel agency helping you see the world. Lisa books any and all types of travel, honeymoons, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelor and bachelorette trips and destination weddings with low deposit, and you set your monthly payments. Mention Q92 to get $50 on board cruise credit cabin or $150 off your non-canceled vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency. If you don't go, you won't know.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartville. Let us design custom displays for your birthdays to baby showers. And yes, to those high school seniors, even graduations. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit hartvilleballoonshop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back inside Memorial Stadium at Green High School as they're getting ready. They have senior night, seniors getting recognized down on the field. And we'll talk about Green and Lake in just a second. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, the Battle of 1894. The Massillon Tigers travel to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on the Canton-McKinley Bulldogs. Let's take a listen.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton-McKinley Bulldogs. Clint Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame City. But the action starts early with our special Massillon-McKinley pregame show brought to you by SARTA that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwin and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present. Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Scheer along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson. Massillon versus McKinley. This Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
That is going to be an amazing, amazing game. Can't wait for that tomorrow. Before we get any further into the Lake and Green matchup, we had a chance to speak to both head coaches before the start of the game. We're going to listen to Coach Dan DeGeorge of the Lake Blue Streaks.
Q92 Sports here with Lake Blue Streak head football coach Dan DeGeorge. Coach, it's a little chilly, a little cloudy, overcast, whatever you call it. Week 10, Battle of 619. How are we feeling tonight?
Great, man. Great night for high school football, man. Excited to be here. It's going to be a tough test. Coach Geis and his staff are doing a really good job, playing really good football. It's a really tough battle in front of us.
It's almost like you read my next question. Green's been on a little bit of a roll. So defensively, what is the message tonight to the Blue Streaks to try to slow them down and keep your momentum going?
Sure, yeah. We have to tackle really well, not give up the big play. They have some really athletic kids. The quarterback can run around, so we got to keep him occupied and in the box to prevent them from shooting the ball downfield long on us. We got to make them snap it over and over. Then I also think special teams wise, I think whoever wins the special teams game tonight will win the game.
Awesome. I love that. So obviously, Coach, big win for you guys last week over Hoover. What did you learn about your team last week?
Yeah, just they're tough kids, man. And we had a couple tough weeks where we lost to Jackson and McKinley in games where we felt like we could have and should have won. And they responded, and even Hoover drove down at the end because we gave him the ball back. We almost found a way to give the game away last week, but our kids kept fighting. So I like the resiliency. I like where we're at. But still got a long way to go.
We know that injuries have played a part in your season. Alex Quire, your quarterback, has come and taken over, obviously, next man up.
Yeah.
As a head coach, does that make you proud to know that, hey, I've got guys on this roster. I know if one man goes down, it'll be the next man up, and we shouldn't skip a beat?
Yeah, Alex has done a great job. Alex was actually our starting quarterback last year for the first 4 games of the year. This year he started out in our week 1 game as our starting quarterback. We had Ty playing tailback and receiver. But Alex has done a really nice job throwing the ball, finding open guys. We also have a handful more of receivers than we're used to having. So we got a little bit more skill, which has been nice. So, yeah, hopefully that'll pay off for us tonight.
So, obviously, as dad and son play together, obviously Ty was injured. Rumor has it that Ty may play tonight. As the dad, not Coach DeGeorge now, I'm talking to Dad, Dan DeGeorge.
Yeah.
What's that like, knowing that he's back, getting ready, he'll be healthy for the playoffs?
Sure.
What kind of boost is that for you?
Yeah, that's huge. You never want your kids to go through negative, hard times, but at the same time, ultimately, it's probably going to make him a tougher competitor and a stronger person down the road. He battled really, really hard in recovery, way ahead of the game, and got the green light to play. So that's a credit to him and the PT and the time he put in on the bike and all that stuff. So, yeah, just excited for him because it's been a long 7 weeks at home as a dad. All he wants to do is play with his buddies,
And he'll get that chance tonight. Coach, we want to thank you for your time. Good luck tonight. We wish you nothing but the best of luck tonight and into the playoffs, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate what you guys did.
Love head coach Dan DeGeorge. Next, we had a chance to talk to Green head football coach Mark Geis. Let's take a listen.
Q92 Sports here with Green Bulldog head football coach Mark Geis. Coach, it is week 10. It is the battle of 619. How are we feeling?
First off, it's great to be here on a Friday night in this area playing Federal League football. Feel really good where we're at. Just great leadership in the last month and just playing really hard. So that's always a good recipe for week 10.
Coach, it's a little like winter tonight, a little chilly. Obviously, the weather's not going to play a factor tonight. You guys have been on a roll the last several weeks. What do you contribute to that success?
Offensively, we played pretty well at times, and then defensively, I think our defensive line and our whole unit have been really playing well. They know their skill set. They've been playing fast to get into the football, and we've been tackling pretty well. So that always helps.
We know that Lake likes to spread it out. They've got some weapons. What is the message tonight to the Bulldog defense to kind of limit that big play?
We just have to do our job. We just have to play together and do our small 1/11th, our small part, and make sure that we're in the right spot and just doing our job.
So obviously you guys are currently on the outside looking in for the playoffs. How much of that goes into your preparation for tonight?
You would love to say it's just another game, but when you have a group of 20-ish seniors thinking they want to play again, that obviously has played a lot into our preparation, just our motivation to hopefully move on.
Coach, what's one thing on offense and one thing on defense you want to get done tonight to get the win?
We've got to take care of the football and play a really good first half offensively. Put ourselves in a really good position for the second half.
Once again, Q92 Sports here with Green Bulldog head football coach Mark Geis. Coach, good luck tonight, and we're hoping we follow you next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Man, I love talking to head coach Mark Geis as well as head coach Dan DeGeorge from Lake. Jay, these two teams are absolutely incredible. What should we expect for tonight?
Expect the unexpected. It's rivalry week, honey.
I love it. I love it. Spoken like someone who's done this a while.
Yeah. I'm 5 years in now, and I went to school at the place that we'll be playing tomorrow. So I understand rivalry week as much as anybody. So the one thing that I've learned in rivalry week, and it is a cliche of all cliches, throw the records out, throw the 3-game winning streaks out, throw the injuries out, throw the people that are coming back and all this moral support out. It's going to happen down there between them white lines. It's not going to happen with us yapping. It's not going to happen with anybody on the sidelines. So expect the unexpected. But what I do expect is a really good football game.
Absolutely. We followed Green for the last few weeks, so we've seen what this team can do. This is our first time covering Lake this season.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I know that we're getting ready. Both teams out on the field. The green band playing right now. We're getting really close. About 30-ish seconds. They're probably going to have to add a minute or so. And now we're going to send it down to the field as we pay our respects for the national anthem. I'm going to wait for the cue.
Yeah, we'll go quiet. We'll turn up the mic. And out of respect, we kind of let that play out, and we stop talking. And the colors are being presented at midfield as we speak. As Mr. Voorhees said,
entering from center field is Green Air Force Junior ROTC.
both teams are out on the field, and the band is out on the field for Green.
Tonight, carrying the United States Marine Corps flag, we feature Lake High School's own Cadet Gina Copeland.
And there we have it. And so the band will make their way off the field. We know that Green won the toss. They have deferred, which means the Blue Streaks will start with the football. Green is in their all blacks from head to toe. Black pants, black jerseys, black helmets, and they have the orange trim and numbers. Green, a little different. They got the deep gray pants, white jerseys, blue helmets, and the blue trim and numbers. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are people still filing in droves on both sides of the football field. That's what's expected in a rivalry game, especially the battle of 619.
Or for those that know Green, the Battle of 619.
Yeah.
The Battle of 619. I graduated from Green. I know how big this game is. And Jay, I mean, Green is playing for their playoff lives. They are playing for next week. Lake, they've got that number 2 seed. The only chance of them moving up is that number 1 team, who's playing a very good team, would have to lose. And then Lake could get that first round bye.
And I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing that the Blue Streaks would love better than to be the reason the Green Bulldogs do not have a Week 11. So Lake, they will be going from left to right to start the football game. Both teams, both kickoff units are out on the field, and Week 10 is here. The ball, it's teed up. The return men, they're back deep, standing around the 10, spread out like a fan. And Green's kickoff team doing the same. And here we go. The ball is in the air down the left side. It's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. Out to the 20, to the 25, and that's going to be it. And that's where the Lake Blue Streaks will start with the football.
Jay, that was number 12, Ty DeGeorge, who is back.
He's back.
After missing 7 weeks with a broken ankle. But listen, it's not just about Ty DeGeorge. Justin Landis, who was injured, lacerated his kidney, had surgery, got released from the hospital yesterday. He is here tonight, Jay, on the sideline with his senior classmates.
I love every bit of that. And Alexander Quire, senior 6 foot, 185, is going to start at quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to have 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. He puts a man in motion, fakes the handoff to the motion man, then hands it off to the running back who gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
That is Davis Madsen, the senior, 6 foot, 205-pound tailback. He's a good one, Jay. We've got two very good tailbacks tonight. Evan Reed for Green. I don't know why I called him Jordan. Evan Reed for Green and Davis Madsen.
Because last week he played like Jordan.
He did. He had a phenomenal game. Pretty much carried the Green Bulldog offense on his back. He'll do it again tonight if called upon. But I'm interested to see how this Lake team continues to spread it around, Jay.
So 2nd and 8 from their own 28-yard line. Back in the shotgun for Quire. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off again to his back, who gets another 2 yards, and then he's going to be piled over by the Bulldog defense.
Well, you heard Mark Ice, head coach, talked about his team pregame, talked about how his defense has stepped up and has shown out these last few weeks. And Ty DeGeorge back into the ball game. We want to know how much he's going to play tonight. Coming off of that broken ankle, obviously you want him for the playoffs, Jay. Do you see a kind of a pitch count, so to speak?
Possibly, but you also need to get his timing back because it's been a while since he's been in a football game. And we're going to see a 3rd and 8 as they gave him no gain on that carry from their own 28-yard line as Quire's in the shotgun, 4 receivers. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, takes a snap, drops back the pass. Here comes the pass rush. He's going to tuck it and run. There's nobody there. Makes one man miss across the 35 to the 40, and that's going to move the chains for the Blue Streaks.
That was a great job there by Alex Quire. Looked at what the defense gave him. Shout out to the Bulldog defense. They had everybody clamped down except the quarterback. He had one man who was, I believe, number 11. That was Anthony Swank, who was the spy on Quire, and he was able to juke step him. A first down.
So 1st and 10 now from their own 41-yard line. It's going to be 4 receivers again. Ty DeGeorge, one of those receivers up top to the left. And then you got 2 more down here to the right. Quire takes the snap. Fires it to the right side, got his man. Out across the 40 to the 46, and he is drilled in the back as he's going down at the 46-yard line.
Evan Reed, we talked about him. Kid is as talented as they come, Jay. The reception was Justin Novak, senior receiver, but he's only going to get 5 on first down. Decent gain.
2nd and 5 now from their own 46-yard line. 9:20 to go in the ball game, or in the first quarter. That'd be the quickest ball game of all time.
I think so.
Quire's in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to hand it off to the back, who goes straight up the middle out to the 49-yard line. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2.
Now let's see what they mark him. About 1.5. Long 2.
Short 2, long 1. Under 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Lake knows the best way to defend Green's high-powered offense is to keep them on the sideline. So they're taking this time on this drive and being as methodical as they can. Quire takes the snap, hands it off again, and gets across the 50, and they're going to get to the 49 of Green, and they're going to go ahead and mark it for a first down.
Great job there by the offense there. It was, again, Davis Madsen on the carry and just used his power, his strength, kept those legs turning, got the necessary yardage, and now Lake operates in Green territory for the first time tonight.
Madsen, the workhorse on this drive, but Quire's back in the shotgun. 4 receivers again, takes the snap, hands it off to fakes it to Madsen, fires it over to the left side, in and out of the hands, and we got a late flag in.
Flag is down.
It was tipped and intercepted by Green.
One of the Warner brothers. That's Cam Warner, but let's see what the flag is here.
Ineligible receiver downfield, and that is going to be declined, and the Green Bulldog defense steps in late on that play to come up with the football.
Great job by Cam Warner, the 6 foot, 195-pound junior. He is the junior. His brother Caden, the senior.
It's the Warner Brothers Studios in the backfield for the defense.
Yes, sir.
And here comes Tyson Hunka and company, their first possession, and they're going to start on their own 36-yard line. Win the turnover battle was a thing said in pregame, and right now Green could capitalize. Hunka in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. They're going right to left. He's got Evan Reed and McMichael in the backfield with him. And he moves 1 receiver from one side to the other, then brings him back. And now, not what you want to see, a flag on the play, and that's going to be delay of game on Green. You don't want to see it. Sometimes in high school, it's understandable. They weren't expecting to go out that quick.
Well, we've got 3 scores already into the scoreboard. Jackson over Hoover, 7-0. Alliance over Marlington, 7-0. And West Branch over Salem, 7-0. Right to get us started.
Here we go. 1st and 15 now for the Bulldogs. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off. And I believe that was Reed. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard as the Blue Streaks were ready for that one.
Well, the snap was low back to Tyson Hunka, so the momentum there kind of already off a little bit. So I think that's why Evan Reed couldn't get those legs turning. They're going to give him a yard.
2nd and 14 now from their own 32-yard line after the delay of game. 7:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Green intercepted the ball, got it back, and it's their first offensive possession. Hunka takes the snap out of the shotgun, running right. Tries to get the corner, breaks one tackle, and dives forward to the 35-yard line. Only a 3-yard gain there, which is going to bring up 3rd and long.
Great job by the Lake Blue Streak defense. All the receivers downfield covered, and we've got a stoppage here. What's the stoppage for? It looked like they said that his progress wasn't stopped. Do we have an issue with the chain gang? Trying to figure out what the skinny is here. Not sure the delay.
It's definitely a chain issue because they got one of the markers flipped upside down, so they're trying to probably unclog that thing.
Well, Tyson Hunka picked up 3 on that one. It'll be 3rd and 11. Ball's on the 35. But a great job by the Lake defense spying on Hunka, not letting him take off.
It's the only way to stop him because he's going to either do that or he's going to go over the top and try to take the lid off of this thing. And you know you're going to see a couple of those throughout the game, but it is 3rd and 11 from their own 35-yard line. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. We still have no score as they're over there kind of working away at the links on those chains, which is on the far side. And we've still got people coming in.
I was getting ready to say, I see all these headlights pulling into the parking lot. It looks as if that it is standing room only. Like there are not very many seats to be had. So if you got here late, I'm sorry. It looked like you're going to be standing for this one.
Might not be too bad to keep you warm, keep your blood flowing.
It's a little chilly. I had to bust out the winter beanie today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a little bald, so, head gets a little chilly.
You get cold quicker than the rest of us. That's okay. That's okay.
7:20 to go. Still waiting.
This was going to be the fastest first quarter of all time until the chain gang messed it up.
They may be going to a backup chain here.
They're getting back in position, and they're going to say, we can't wait on you. We got a football game to play. And so they're going to whistle that clock to start running again. It does. Hunka looking over to the sideline for the play. Plenty of time on the play clock right now. He's in the shotgun with 5 wide. Empty backfield. Takes the snap. Fires it off the left side. Nobody's there. And that is, let's see what they call it, is that was bouncing around. They say it was intercepted. Lake gets it right back.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of confusion there for the receiver. He stopped.
I'm going to tell you right now, that offense from the time they walked out of there was completely out of sync. You got the delay of game right off the rip, the low snap, then the chain gang. They don't know what they're doing over there. And then somebody ran the wrong route or there was a miscommunication. That was disaster from the jump.
The interception by Chase Fuller, senior, 6 foot, 175 pounds. He was the only man that would have been able to catch that football. It was thrown right to him.
Yep. So they're going to start now. Lake, their second offensive drive of the ball game from their own 42-yard line. Quire in the shotgun. He's got Madsen on his left hip. 4 receivers. And now they're going to whistle.
We got a flag.
Okay. We're just having ourselves a day here already as the George was halfway out onto the field, I think.
I don't know what's going on. A little confusion.
Delay a game this time on Lake's offense.
They still had time on the play clock, I thought, but maybe I saw something that wasn't there.
So that'll go back to their own 37-yard line. So we got mirrors going on here. Both have thrown an interception, and both have a first down, first play of the drive, delay a game. Lake's going to break the huddle, 1st and 15 from their own 37. Quire in the shotgun. 4 receivers. Takes the snap, Fires it to the right side, got his man at the 35. Tries to get the corner at the 40, and he's going to be driven out of bounds. And they're going to say he got driven out at the 41. They gave him that extra yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from their own 41-yard line.
Well, obviously, Green and Lake struggling to get it going offensively. The defenses have looked pretty good. Now let's see what Choir can do with the second possession of the football game.
He's back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 down here to the right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Madsen. Jitterbugs his way, waits for the hole to open up, and darts across the 45 to the 46-yard line to bring up 3rd and manageable.
Caden Warner, one half of the Warner brothers, made the stop.
It's 3rd and 6 now from their own 46 for the Lake Blue Streaks. 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. And Choir looking over to the sideline for the play. We're going to have 4 receivers, 2 to each side. DeGeorge still in the game. He's in the slot up top. Choir with Madsen on his right hip this time in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to play. Here comes the blitz. And he's scrambling, looking downfield, fires it over the middle, tipped and caught. Caught by Lake after the tip, and it was Zach Novak.
That could have been absolute disaster, but it wasn't. Great concentration by Zach Novak. The ball gets tipped. He watched it the entire time, brought it down. First down, Blue Streaks.
And they move into the green Bulldog territory again, down to the green 39-yard line. Choir again looking over to the sideline as they're taking their time like they did on the first drive. They want to keep that green offense off the field as much as possible. Choir, 4 receivers. Madsen in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, and this is going to be a designed quarterback run. Cuts it up the left side, breaks 1 tackle, spins free another one. And he's finally going to be brought down at the 33-yard line as that took everybody scrambling for him.
Yeah, he was brought down by a host of Bulldogs. I think when he got spun, it actually hurt him. I think he had the first down until they spun him backwards, and then his progress is no longer forward. They're going to give him 6.
2nd and 4 for Lake from the green 33-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. We still have no score.
DeGeorge still in the ball game.
We're going to go 2 wide to the right, 1 up top to the left. Choir in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Madsen, who bowls forward, and he's going to be carried a few more yards and then driven backwards. But they're going to give him that forward progress, and that's going to be a Blue Streak first down.
I mean, Davis Madsen is really, really good. Able to just keep those legs a-churning. He is going to be hard to bring down tonight.
1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks from the green 26-yard line. 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Lake driving. This is the deepest they've been. Actually, the deepest either team has been in the other's territory so far here tonight. Choir in the shotgun. This time he's going to have Madsen behind him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 up top to the left. He's going to hand it off to Madsen, who goes up the left side, breaks 1 block, gets inside the 20, down to the 10, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And the Lake Blue Streaks have officially entered the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag.
I would continue to pound the rock with Mr. Madsen. He is an absolute beast to be tackled. Green not able to stop him. I mean, he's just been able to take off, rip big chunks every time he touches the football.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 10. And Choir and Madsen back in the shotgun. This time he's on his right hip. Again with 3 receivers. And they're going to hand it off to Madsen again. Up the left side. Gains about 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 8.
They're lulling this defense to sleep right now. It is just run play. Take your sweet time as the play clock continues to run. Take your time calling the play. Take your time snapping the football, and then it's a run. And they are just lulling this I almost said the Buckeyes. Wrong team.
They're on a bye this week. They're not even playing tomorrow.
Nope, they're watching us. That's what they're doing.
All right, back in the shotgun for Choir. Madsen on his right hip. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to DeGeorge, and Quire runs it straight up the middle, and he gets popped at the 6.
Well, Green was ready for that one. He could have easily handed it to DeGeorge, decided against it. Sets up a 3rd and 6, Jay.
This is a big 3rd down for the Green defense.
They've attempted 3 passes on this drive.
Yeah.
3 for the game. I'm sorry, 2 on this drive.
One was an interception. The other one should have been, but was tipped back into the hands of Zach Novak, which moved him into Green territory.
We got a timeout by the Lake Blue Streaks. This timeout brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It is time to bring a friend into the family. You are listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Charchone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarchone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here inside Memorial Stadium, I'm Jay Wilhelm. This guy to my right, that's Mike Voorhees. It's 3rd and 6 from the 6 for the Lake Blue Streaks as they're coming out of the timeout. No score yet. 2:29 to go here in the first quarter of the Battle of 619. And the Blue Streaks would love nothing more than to put a touchdown on the board first. Quire in the shotgun. Madsen behind him in the backfield. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Madsen. Rolls right. Fires it to the end zone. And that looks like it bounced off the turf, and it did, per the referee.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough throw. He's on the run and just kind of short-armed him just a little bit. Hit the turf. Receiver not able to get it. Let's see. Are they going to kick? Absolutely not. They are going for it here on 4th down. Dan DeGeorge has changed his mind. He says, you know what? We'll take the points.
Yeah, from the 6-yard line, that's a tough go of it. Because once you get inside the 10 and even close to the 5-yard line, the field shrinks. It becomes easier for defenses to cover that ground. So they're going to bring out the field goal unit.
This will be a 23-yard attempt by senior kicker J.P. Moorhead, 6'2", 180 pounds. And this kid had a cannon of a leg in warm-ups.
There's the snap. The hold, it's up, plenty of leg, and it is good. And the Blue Streaks take the first lead of the ball game via a field goal, 3-0 over Green. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarchone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports, all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
This is high school football presented by Sarchone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
And we're ready for the kickoff back to the Green Bulldogs as it will be their turn to respond, trailing 3-0 in this rivalry matchup in Week 10. And it is line drive Squibber down the left side, and he's going to let it run through to the 12, out to the 20, to the 30. He got free, to the 40, to the 45, into Lake territory, and he's finally going to be drugged down at the 48-yard line.
That was an incredible return by the Bulldogs, just what you needed. As you come back after giving up a field goal, it'll make you think twice. Coach George said it in the pregame. Whoever wins special teams is going to win tonight.
So Green, their second offensive possession of the ball game. They will start this one in Blue Streak territory on their 48-yard line. Trailing 3-0, 2:11 to go here in the first quarter. Back in the shotgun for Hunka. 3 receivers. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself up the right side. He gets free to the sideline. Down to the 30 to the 25. He's finally ridden out of bounds. They're going to call him down at the 28, but that's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Jay, Tyson Hunka is probably one of the best quarterbacks that I have seen in quite some time for this Bulldog team. Not only can he throw the ball extremely well, he's extremely intelligent. He's always a few steps ahead of you, but when you think he's going to throw it, he runs. When you think he's going to run, he throws. He's absolutely incredible.
So he's going to go 5 wide now, 1st and 10. And they're going to bring Evan Reed into the backfield with him and go 4. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reed, who goes straight up the middle, then gets to the right side, and he meets a wall of Blue Streaks.
Looked like it was Kyle Hammer on the tackle for Lake.
It's a 2-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 8 from the Blue Streaks, 26. 1 to go here, first quarter, as Lake lead.
Also on the tackle was number 16, Shannon Belittle. I'm going to mess that one up all night long.
Hunka in the shotgun, 4 receivers. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff again, and everybody's there, and he's going to be slammed to the turf back at the 32-yard line.
Aaron Mitchell, the junior, 6'2", 220. He got there first. He will get credit for the sack. On the previous play, let me try to correct myself. Shannon Bill Eater.
3rd and 14 now for the Bulldogs. First quarter back to the Lake 32-yard line, as the Lake defense did a great job of not biting fakes that Tyson tried to throw at him there. And we're going to shotgun again for receivers. 1 top to the right. Hunk takes the snap. Looks downfield. Got all the time in the world. Looking downfield. He's finally off to the corner.
Wow. That was 13.
Ben Bronick.
Ben Bronick has become a favorite weapon of Tyson Hunka in the last few weeks. A beautiful job by that offensive line. I think you'd have been able to complete that pass. You'd have had all day long.
I'd have needed a few more minutes.
Probably.
But Green, for the first time tonight, enters the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. 1st and 10 now from the Lake 11. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off to Reed, straight up the middle. And he gets a few as he's going to be tackled at the 7-yard line.
Now let's see if they run another play here. This could very well be the last play of the first quarter, as we're about 17, 16, 15 seconds and counting.
And number 47, Kyle Hammer.
Kyle Hammer gets credit for the stop on Evan Reed. And, yeah, they're not even going to run a play, Jay.
So we will step away. This is high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, our county's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assistance, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where career begins.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Memorial Day, set for the start of second quarter, leads nothing but Green. 2nd and 6 from the Blue Streak 7-yard line, and they're going to flip the field. And now Green is going to be going left to right.
And now on the north.
Back into the scoreboard we go. Malvern 6, East Canton 0. That's at the end of 1. Manchester scores on a 70-yard touchdown run, gets the 2-point conversion. They lead Northwest 14-0.
And both teams coming off the sidelines.
Senior soccer player.
And they're ready for the start of this second quarter.
Selected Coach Mike Grant to be recognized along with her.
Again, it is senior night here as we got a few people on the field being honored for something.
District Finals. Good luck to her and Coach Grant, and congratulations.
Louisville leads Worcester 14-0. Owen DiMarzio, a 5-yard touchdown run. Fairless leads Tuslaw 7-6 at the end of one. Okay. Now, we're getting ready.
And he got Anthony McMichael III out there with him in the backfield. Evan Reed's in the slot on the right as they have 4 receivers total out wide. Hunka takes the snap. He's going to run it left immediately. Cut it up middle. Spin move across the goal line. Hunka, touchdown.
7-yard touchdown run for Tyson Hunka. What an answer to Lake's field goal. Tyson Hunka is incredible.
Definitely this team, especially on offense. They saw him out earlier. Walked up and down the field. Those headphones were in.
I think he had earbuds in.
Yeah, something was in.
Yeah, he was
listening. Extra point is up, plenty leg, and it is good. And now Green leads 7-3. They call beautifully.
Well, now if you are the Lake Blue Streaks, how do you answer? I can't understand. I hear our public address announcer in my ear. It's driving me nuts tonight. He's a little bit louder than normal tonight.
Wouldn't you be on Rivalry Week?
I think so.
All righty then. It is now Lake's turn to respond. 11:56 on the first half, and Green leads Lake 7-3.
I think Lake now will respond. Obviously, they want the third down play back. They threw it in the end zone. Almost had a touchdown. The throw was short hop. Had to settle for the field goal.
So, and this time, Lake is now going right to left for the remainder of the first half of this one. Do we have any wind here tonight? Nothing. That
Very
flag,
dead.
That
Very dead.
flag is taking a nap. Here we go. Teed up. And it's going to be booted high in the air to the left side, fielded at the 8. Out to the 20. The 25 to the 30 to the 32. That was DeGeorge out to the 34. As he got a nice little push there at the end to gain an extra 4 yards.
Well, Ty DeGeorge looks to be back. Great burst on the return. 35-yard line is where they're going to say it will be. So Alex Quire and company.
And here he comes off the sidelines getting last-second instructions from the coaches. As he commands the huddle, they break it. 1st and 10 for Lake from their own 35. 11:48 to go until halftime. Shotgun puts a man in motion. Fakes the handoff to the motion man, and Madsen goes up the middle. He's out to the 40, turning those leg to the 42-yard line.
I mean, Davis Madsen is that man right now. He is able to just rip chunks. 7 yards on the first carry. Green having a difficult time bringing him down.
The first touch. The first touch was after 2 yards, and he got 5 more. So 2nd and 3 now from their own 42-yard line. Shotgun formation for Quire. Puts DeGeorge in motion and fakes the handoff to DeGeorge. And Quire's going to take it himself up the right side. Tries to turn the corner and does. Into Green territory. And he gets absolutely mollywopped on the far sideline, and that's going to draw a flag.
Yeah, that's personal foul. I mean, he was clearly out of bounds. Green laid the wood there. Alex Quire, a great play fake Unbelievable.
So that's going to be was already a first down. You're going to add 15 yards to that, and that's going to take deep into green territory.
So 15 extra yards marched off. I didn't hear who the penalty was on, but obviously not a smart move for the Bulldogs.
Back in the shotgun for Choirs. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the green 30-yard line. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 down here to the left. Takes a snap, hands it off to Madsen, and this time the Bulldogs were waiting on him.
Green ready, willing, and able there. I'm looking at it was number 1, Cam Warner, on the stop. One half of the Warner brothers yet again.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. 10:30 to go until halftime. And here comes Choir with the instructions in the huddle. They're one of the few teams that still run a full traditional huddle. And 2 receivers to the right, 1 down here wide left for Choir and company. He takes a snap out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass. He's going to fire it over the top. And both Green and Lake went after the football as there was a chance for both a touchdown and an interception, but it falls incomplete.
Ty DeGeorge, the intended receiver. Anthony McMichael III, the safety, was all over it as well. Could have gone either way, like you said.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Lake Blue Streaks from the green 30-yard line.
There's that chime again.
Yeah, buddy. 10-10. 3rd and 10. Choir in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Fires it to the right side as he got hammered. But it's caught and inside the 10 go the Blue Streaks. And Choir got absolutely demolished.
His helmet was on the 47-yard line. Mind you, the play started at the 30.
Yeah, he got smoked. But it's going to be a 1st and 10.
And he has to come off for one play, Jay.
They got a guy for that. They got a guy for that. He's back tonight.
Checking in. Let's see who it will be.
Man.
It will be Ty DeGeorge. Yes, it will be. Ty DeGeorge.
1st and 10 now from the green 10 as Lake has again entered the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed. Ty DeGeorge in the shotgun. Taking over for a play for Choir after his helmet got popped across the yard. DeGeorge takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself up the right side. Breaks the tackle. Slides into the end zone, and they're going to call him 1 foot short.
Ty DeGeorge, almost a storybook touchdown right there. 7 weeks gone because of a broken ankle, speeds through rehab. This kid isn't human. 7 weeks does not seem long enough to heal from a broken ankle. He did. He's back, and he looks like he hasn't missed a step. He's out. Choir back in.
And it's going to be 2nd and 1 from the 1. And Choir in the shotgun, no receivers because they're just going to go ahead and hand it off to Madsen, who runs it in for the touchdown.
Madsen had such a head of steam. He was not going to be stopped. He could have sneezed, and I think that would have been a touchdown. Ball was on the less than 1 foot line. So touchdown for the Blue Streaks. Now the all-important extra point to make it a 3-point ball game.
Yep, it definitely matters right now. We know the kid's got the leg. There's the snap. There's the hold. There's the kick. It went over the world, and it is good. It is now 10-7 as Lake retakes the lead.
Well, now let's see what Green does to answer the touchdown by Davis Madsen.
8:59 to go until halftime, and these teams are starting to go back and forth.
Well, we knew that this game, you said it, that it could, you throw things out the window.
You just never know what is going to happen in a rivalry game. You just never know. 8:59 to go here in the second quarter. Lake leads Green 10-7 after a 1-yard Matson touchdown run.
JP Moorhead will kick it away for the Blue Streaks. Back deep for Green, Evan Reed, and Anthony McMichael III.
And we saw Evan Reed return a kickoff for a tutty not too many moons ago. And it's going to be kicked high, right to McMichael at the 6. Out to the 10. Goes up the left side. He tries to flip it to Green. He tried to flip it to Evan Reed and flipped it to a Blue Streak.
That is Zach Novak comes out of the pile with the football, and Lake will have it.
There was no pile.
No.
He tried to flip it to Evan Reed on the cross, and he flipped it right to a Lake Blue Streak. And now Lake is going to start inside the RG Drag red zone from the Green 17-yard line.
Oh, boy.
Disaster.
Well, that is the second turnover for the Bulldogs. Lake has one as well, but that's not what you wanted if you're the Green Bulldogs.
Unbelievable. So Choir and company right back out on offense. 3 receivers. They're going to hand it off to Madsen straight up the middle. And this Lake offensive line is bullying Green as if they're children.
Absolutely. The Lake Blue Streak offensive line creating so many running lanes for Madsen and company, even DeGeorge as well as Choir.
Madsen, because of what the offensive line is doing, Madsen isn't even reaching a human until 3 yards.
Yeah.
Because that offensive line is just pushing them that far down the field before anything. 2nd and 6 now for the Blue Streaks from the Green 13-yard line. Choir in the shotgun. He puts DeGeorge in motion. And we're going to whistle the play dead. Flags on the play. That's usually a procedural penalty on the offense. And let's see what they call it. It was false start on Lake.
Now the ref needs to turn his mic up so I could hear. There's the backup sound.
That cracks me up every time.
I love the sound effects here at Green. I swear I'm going to keep touching this stupid light in the press box, changing the color every time I do. Green now 2nd and 11 on defense. Lake, the ball on the 18.
Under 8 minutes to go until halftime. Choir back in the shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the right side to George, down here left. Drops back the pass. He's looking left to DeGeorge in the corner of the end zone. Great defensive play. Oh, my gosh, they threw the flag.
Oh, my.
I don't agree with that, as that Green defender had every right to the football, and he was actually in way better position.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean,
in the defense. Wow.
Unbelievable. That was Reed Libator at amazing position.
He was the receiver.
Yeah.
He had the better position.
What's the call? Like, because he had something in his jersey? Is that what they're going to say?
Ask me. Ty George was holding that hand down. He can reach up to both hands. Touchdown. Well, wow. Green hands Lake the football, and the Stripes are handing Lake a first down.
No, they're going to say 2nd and 2.
I don't care how you slice it. That wasn't right.
No. I mean, obviously, we're up in the booth, but they did
not. You could have seen that. Stevie Wonder, he's doing right now. So here we go. Choir takes the snap, hands it off to Madsen, who's going to fall forward, and he's probably going to be getting that first down too.
Yep.
And that's going to make it 1st and goal for the Lake Blue Streaks.
I mean, it just this 3rd
and 1. He'll get to it again, and he'll get there.
Absolutely.
So catch traffic. Turnover on kickoff by the Green Bulldogs as Lake knocked on the door. And receiver snap upper side. So the Blue Street football left to be played, but Lake because that extra point is up and is
Back inside Green Memorial Stadium, Lake 17, Green 7. 4:28 left to go. 1st and 10, ball on the 46. Hunka and crew, 2 running backs, 1 on each hip, 2 receivers top, 1 at the bottom. Hunka takes the snap, keeps it, gets across midfield, continuing to keep those legs churning, and he's down at the 46-yard line of Lake. Mike Voorhees alongside Jay Wilhelm here on the Q92 Sports Network. Tyson Hunka looks to the sideline, gets the play. He's got Evan Reed on his right hip. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 4. Hunka's going to take the snap, shovel pass out to Evan Reed. He's across the 45, and he's going to be stood up. They're going to mark him down at about the 44-yard line. And it'll be enough for a Bulldog first down. Evan Reed gets the first down, Jay.
So 1st and 10. Sorry about that, folks. We've had some technical difficulties here, and we're getting those ironed out, but we should be back up and running. It is 3:30 to go until halftime. Lake leads Green 17-7. Green has the ball 1st and 10 from the Lake 44-yard line. Hunka in the shotgun. Hands it off to Reed, who turns his legs up the middle inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Nice little first down gain there by Evan Reed.
So let's catch fans up a little bit. We lost you. So Green had the ball after the Lake touchdown. Green didn't go anywhere. In fact, Hunka took a huge sack on 3rd down. Punt is partially blocked. Lake gets the football back on the very first play. Alex Squire on a keeper fumbles the football back to Green. And now we're caught back up.
There we go. 2:50 to go until halftime. 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs from the Lake 39-yard line. Hunka in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Reed. Right back up the middle. Inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. And that'll move the chains for the Green Bulldogs. 1st and 10, Green.
Bulldog offense here trying to get some momentum. You want to score before halftime because you get the ball to start the second half, and that's what you need.
Back in the shotgun, right back to it for the Bulldogs. Hunka takes the snap. Right back to Reed again. And inside the 32, the 28-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Tackle there by number 33 for Lake, Gavin Saltswimmer.
Saltswimmer. I bet he likes the ocean.
Thanks to the Lake Blue Streaks for giving us a pronunciation guide.
You don't get that very often, so it is a beautiful thing when schools have it.
Helps
because
us.
The last thing we want to do is mispronounce somebody's name because they deserve their flowers. And now it's 2nd and 6 for Green. Under 2 minutes to play. Hunka in the shotgun. Takes the snap. And he hands it right back to Evan Reed, this time maybe a yard.
It was Saltswimmer again and number 50. Cole Hastings, the senior, on the stop. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 from the Lake 27-yard line. 1:26 to go until halftime, and the clock is moving. Hunka, 2 receivers to his left. 1 down here to the right. Evan Reed on his right hip in the shotgun. Tyson Hunka takes the snap, and he's going to run it immediately to the right. Tries to get the corner. Runs out of bounds at about the 24. We'll see where they mark him. 23, 24-yard line area. And it's going to be 4th and 2. So now the question is, what do you want to do?
4th and 2. I think it's a little deep for a kick, although
in this weather it is.
Yeah.
In this weather for sure. If it was a lot warmer, they'd probably reconsider it because they do got a leg on that kid. But Hunka, 4th and 2. Takes the snap. He's going to run it, and he's going to dive forward. Is he going to get enough? Because he was hit deep in the backfield, but somehow, some way, and I'm going to tell you right now with the way the refs have one-sided against these Bulldogs so far, this place below us is going to go nuts if this isn't marked.
Well, there's a lot of extracurriculars after the play here as well, and they
gave him the first down.
The referees need to take control of this ball game before things kind of get out of hand. We know it's a rivalry. We know these teams don't like each other right now.
Yeah.
But you got to play with cooler heads here.
Yeah, because if they let it get out of hand, then it will. And it will in a hurry, because we got to remember these are still kids, and they're still high school kids with emotions and egos, and the game is still going on.
Hunka needs to hurry.
Takes a snap in the empty backfield, fires it over the middle, a little too far for his intended target, but that'll stop the clock at 2nd and 10 with 36 seconds to go until half.
He was going to his favorite target, Evan Reed, and the throw just overthrown.
So 2nd and 10 for the Green Bulldogs from the Lake 22-yard line with 36 seconds to go until halftime. Lake leads 17-7. Green has to come away with points. Don't care which ones, field goals, touchdowns, but they need to come away with points.
They got timeouts as well.
Hunka takes a snap, fakes the handoff, tries to run, and the spy gets him.
And Green going to burn one of those 3 timeouts. You can't take them with you. You got to use them. This timeout brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. We're going to keep it right here. 30 seconds.
We figured you guys have heard enough dead air time so far this first half that we would talk to you because we missed you while we were gone.
I like that.
I just came up with it.
At halftime, we'll get you caught up on all the scores going around in the area tonight. Rivalry week for a lot of folks tonight. Playoffs on the line.
Playoffs!
A lot of teams will get that as well. We'll recap how we got here, and we'll get you set for Massillon McKinley tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Jay and I have something to do tomorrow, which we'll explain at halftime as well.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Not
Yeah,
one
it's gonna
night with Mike and Jay. How about 2?
Well, not night tomorrow.
Day.
It'll be
a day game.
Afternoon.
Ooh, afternoons with Jay and Mike. I like the sound of it.
3rd and 9 for the Green Bulldogs from the Lake 21. 30 seconds to go. Hunka takes the snap, drops back the pass, blitz off the side, fires it over the middle, and it is caught.
No, incomplete. Hit the ground.
Incomplete. They're begging for the catch, but it hit the ground, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And now what do they want to do?
Hunka saying something to the ref here. He's not happy. I mean, he took a shot well after he threw the football. There was no flag.
It's piling up one way, but Green's going to bring out the field goal unit, and we're going to see if he can get this thing with 24 seconds to go.
38-yard field goal. The kicker is Logan Nero, I believe is how his name is pronounced. 38 yards.
This is going to be a pop in cold weather for sure to get it there. We'll see if he's got it in him. It's teed up. There's the snap. And there's the kick. He's got the leg, and I think he got it. He does. What a kick.
Wow, 38 yards in this cold weather. And Logan Nero pounds it through. Lake now 17-10, Jay, a 1-score game.
17-10, no disasters on special teams on this ensuing kickoff as there's only 19 seconds until halftime.
The girls varsity soccer team defeated Nordonia 4-0 on Tuesday. And
So you want to just take that field goal. You got it down to 1 possession. Secure the kickoff. Make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's and get to halftime because Green gets the football first to open up the second half. And we are going to see how this last 20 seconds plays out here in the Battle of 619. They can kick it a bunch of different ways. So we'll see how they decide to kick it. Are they going to kick deep? They're going to pooch it. We saw Tied to George on the return on the last kick, and he got it all the way out to the 40. So there's capability back deep for the Lake Blue Streaks. And they're going to go ahead and squib it right down the middle, and it's going to be fielded at the 25. Out to the 30, to the 35. And that's about all they're going to get. And that leaves 13 seconds on the game clock until halftime. We'll see what Lake decides to do with those 13 seconds and 2 timeouts. Do they want to take a shot, or do they want to take it to the locker room?
That was Lachlan Baker, the sophomore, on the kick return. I loved how he covered it with 2 hands, took a pop, kept running. You love it. He is an up man, not used to returning kicks, but he did a pretty nice job there.
He got him out to the 35-yard line. And Quire, he's in the shotgun. They got 2 receivers stacked in the slot, and they're going to go ahead and take a knee and take this to halftime. The Lake Blue Streaks lead the Green Bulldogs here at halftime of the Battle of 619, 17-10. We're going to step away for a commercial break. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency is a locally women-owned travel agency helping you see the world. Lisa books any and all types of travel, honeymoons, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelor and bachelorette trips and destination weddings with low deposit, and you set your monthly payments. Mention Q92 to get $50 on board cruise credit cabin or $150 off your non-canceled vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency. If you don't go, you won't know.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartville. Let us design custom displays for your birthdays to baby showers. And yes, to those high school seniors, even graduations. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit hartvilleballoonshop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members. With a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
This is High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Memorial Stadium in Green, where it's halftime, as the Blue Streaks lead the Bulldogs 17-10. The Lake Band out on the field doing their halftime show for all of the patrons in the rivalry game in Week 10 here tonight. And we're going to send it back to the studio for a Jeff Mears news break. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A freeze warning has been issued for an area including Stark County in effect from midnight tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. The National Weather Service says the region can expect temperatures to fall to as low as 31. Conditions could kill crops and other sensitive vegetation. The complete forecast is on the way. A man accused in a shooting at a North Canton apartment complex has been formally charged by a Stark County grand jury. 38-year-old Brian Francisco of North Canton was indicted on 8 counts of felonious assault and 4 counts of improperly discharging a firearm at or into a habitation. He's also charged with 1 count of inducing panic, 2 counts of criminal damage or endangering, and 12 gun specifications. Francisco is scheduled for arraignment October 31st. He was arrested after the October 9th incident at their Versailles Garden Apartments on Apple Grove Street. Francisco allegedly was shooting through the walls of an apartment when gunfire struck a woman. Police rescued her through a window as the shooting continued. She was taken to Mercy Hospital for treatment of multiple wounds. The victim of a fatal train versus pedestrian accident in Canton has been identified. The Stark County Coroner's Office says 26-year-old Jocelyn Stanley of Canton was struck by a train near the 1200 block of Camden Avenue Southwest Thursday morning. She was taken to Altman Hospital and died shortly thereafter. The cause of death was blunt force trauma. Investigator Tammy Wilkes says Stanley was homeless. The Canton Metro crash team investigated the incident. The Stark Metropolitan Housing Authority has fired its housing voucher director, Becky Vallecchio, citing poor job performance. She ran the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, which helps low-income residents pay rent. But the agency has been falling short, using only about 1,300 of its more than 1,700 available vouchers and spending just 86% of its federal budget this year, even with a waiting list of 700 people. A review found Vallecchio failed to meet federal requirements and didn't respond to leadership requests. According to the repository, Executive Director Danita Johnson said previously that if misunderstanding about federal reporting deadlines added to the problem, the agency now has until the end of the year to catch up and avoid possible funding cuts. The deadline to close a deal to take Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment private has been extended to October 31st. An SEC filing shows the buyer and its affiliates also provided another $2 million for general corporate purposes. Hall of Fame Resort entered into a deal with HOFV Holdings in May. HOFV is an affiliate of Industrial Realty Group, which is led by Stuart Lichter, who is also on the resort's board of directors. Shareholders recently approved the agreement that would see the resort merge with Omaha Merger Sub and be a wholly owned subsidiary of HOFV Holdings. The deal has not been approved by creditors, who would exchange notes for equity in the new company this year. A man caught trying to run from Ravenna police has now pleaded guilty to trafficking methamphetamine. 31-year-old Cody Baldwin Neiswanger entered the plea today in Portage County Common Pleas Court. He was stopped on Main Street July 5th when officers found he had an outstanding warrant. Baldwin Neiswanger gave them a fake name and tried to flee but was tracked down by a police canine. A search turned up 27 grams of meth and more than $600 in cash. Baldwin Neiswanger agreed to forfeit the money and will be sentenced after a pre-sentence investigation. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
A contractor from East Liverpool is accused of taking thousands of dollars for work he never completed. Court records show 44-year-old Aaron Hook was paid $38,000 up front to remodel a home on Carlisle Road in Lisbon in November 2024, but police say the job was never done. Hook was indicted by a Columbiana County grand jury in June. He was arraigned in August and pleaded not guilty, then failed to appear for an October 8th court hearing. Hook was later arrested by the Columbiana County Sheriff's Office and is due back in court November 14th. A Leetonia man and former school bus driver has been sentenced for secretly watching a 12-year-old girl change in a school locker room. 49-year-old Scott Andre pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor voyeurism charge and was found guilty in Columbiana County Municipal Court Thursday. Judge Tim McNichol ordered Andre to serve 60 days of electronically monitored house arrest, pay a $500 fine, complete 20 hours of community service, and have no contact with the victim. He must also register as a Tier 1 sex offender for 15 years. The incident happened in April 2024. New DNA evidence has led to an arrest in a Canfield rape case dating back 25 years. U.S. Marshals arrested 57-year-old Jack Sheets in Akron Thursday. A Mahoning County grand jury indicted him on 1 count of rape and 2 counts of kidnapping. Investigators say the charges stem from a 2000 attack on a 30-year-old woman on North Broad Street. Sheets, a former Canfield resident, recently served 9 years in prison for rape and burglary in Trumbull County. The Ohio Attorney General's office is handling the case. A Youngstown woman has been found not guilty in the shooting death of her 7-year-old son. 31-year-old Markeisha Driver was acquitted Thursday of involuntary manslaughter and child endangering after a Mahoning County jury deliberated for 2 hours. Prosecutors said her son, Devontae Housley, found a loaded gun last October and accidentally shot himself. Driver said she hid the gun after finding it in the house. It had been purchased by her brother 2 days earlier. 3 other children were also home during the shooting. A Summit Academy student in Warren was sent home after school officials found a kill list on his cell phone. Police say the list was written in the phone's notes app and reported by staff. WFMJ-TV reports the student, a 12th grader, was not at school when officers arrived. The principal told police a similar incident happened there in 2022. Authorities have not released the student's name or said whether any disciplinary action or charges will be filed. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, a freeze warning is in effect from midnight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. Patchy frost, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, and a low near 33. The chilly conditions give way to partly sunny skies Saturday, a high of 54. For Q92 News, I'm Jeff Mears.
RG Dreg, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Memorial Stadium in Green as we are still at halftime. The Lake Band just finished up their performance and the Green Bulldog Band getting ready to take the field as their Bulldogs trail the Lake Blue Streaks 17-10. And now it's time to toss it over to my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, for other scores that are going on in Week 10.
That's absolutely correct. Into the scoreboard we go. Perry leads Glen Oak 14-0 at the half in the Battle of the Hornets. Malvern leads East Canton 6-0. Jackson leads Hoover 7-6 after Jackson blocked the Hoover extra point following their touchdown. Carrollton leads Minerva 17-7. Of course, it is Lake 17. Green 10 here at halftime. Tuslaw leads Fairless 19-14. Canton South leads West Holmes 27-21 at the half. The Leopards of Louisville lead Worcester 50-0 at halftime.
At halftime?
At halftime. Sandy Valley 14, Tuskegee Valley 0. Alliance leads Marlington 27-6. And Manchester leads Northwest 14-0. Any other? West Branch 14, Salem 6. And I think those are my scores, Jay, and I'm sticking to them.
All right, we're going to step away for another commercial break. When we come back, we will have some things to talk about, some highlights to talk about, and get you ready for the second half of this one. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Memorial Stadium, as you can hear in the background, the Green Bulldog Band going to town. Lake leads the Bulldogs 17-10, and we are going to cover the first half. But before we do, no, you know what? Let's scratch that. Let's cover the first half, then we'll talk about some talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about some stuff.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we know we started with the Lake field goal, went up 3-0, and then we got ourselves a Tyson Hunka sighting in their first touchdown. Take the snap. He's going to run it left immediately. Cut it up middle. Spin move across the goal line. Touchdown. And that was when the electronics started going bad.
Technology's great when it works, but when it fails, it sucks. Again, we apologize for the dead air that you had in the second quarter. I think we have fixed it.
So Tyson Hunka ran it in for 6 yards. The extra point was good. That made it 7-3. And then Madsen, who was the workhorse for the Lake Blue Streaks, he got in next. George takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself up the right side, breaks the tackle, slides into the end zone, and they're going to call him 1 foot short. So that was the one that ended up being the 1-yard touchdown run by Madsen. That made it 10-7 after the extra point. Quire ran it in from 8 yards out for Lake again. Just a few moments later, the extra point was good, made it 17-7.
That was when Green fumbled on the kickoff. They tried to do a little trickeration, and it backfired.
Yep, and then Green to finish up the first half, kicked that beautiful 38-yard field goal to make it 17-10 and bring the Bulldogs within one possession, as they will get the football first in the second half. And now we are all caught up on the first half of this one.
So you said let's talk about the talk about. So
let's talk about some stuff, baby.
There's two big things happening tomorrow. One, the battle, the war of 1894. It is Massillon. It is McKinley. Jay, let's play the clip.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Flint Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame city. But the action starts early with our special Massillon McKinley pregame show brought to you by SARTA that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwood and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present. Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Scheer along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson. Massillon versus McKinley. This Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
It is the greatest rivalry in high school football in the world. And normally, I would be there. And I would tell you why I'll be there during story time. But right now, I won't be there this year.
No, you
for
won't
a
be.
very specific reason. You want to tell them why, Mike?
Let's get right into it. So tomorrow at 1:30 at Larry Karras Stadium, home of the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders, Jay Wilhelm and myself, Mike Voorhees, will bring you the Ohio Northern versus the Mount Union Purple Raider football game. It is an honor for me to be with you, Jay, tomorrow calling the Mount Union Purple Raider football game.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I'm an OAC kid myself. I played baseball at Otterbein College down in Westerville, Ohio, so I understand the OAC, and we all know what Mount Union is, as they just absolutely dominate that conference in and out. So it will be fun to call that game with you tomorrow afternoon, my friend, on 1310 WDPN.
Can't wait.
And Q92radiosports.com as part of the Q92 Sports Network. As Mike said, that game will kick off at 1:30. So whether you like Mount Union or you just like us, tune in. We'll be here for you tomorrow afternoon.
Or women, I guess. I don't want to be sexist there, but Mount Union 6-0, Ohio Northern 5-1.
Yep.
So should be a very, very good game. I'm honored.
Both of these teams are the only two teams left undefeated in the OAC in OAC conference play.
Somebody's going home with a loss tomorrow.
Ohio Northern's got to do something that's one of the hardest things to do at any level in college football, and
Win.
that's beat Mount Union in Alliance.
That's going to be awesome. So join us again on 1310 WDPN for that one, Jay. Obviously, we're going to miss the Massillon-McKinley football game. However, we will keep tabs on it. I'm super excited for everything that Q92 Sports is doing. That pregame is going to be epic down at Hall of Fame Village at the Gastro Pub.
Yeah, that's going to be a cool time.
I'm sorry, the Gridiron Gastro Pub. I'll get it right at some point.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm a McKinley kid. We're going to do story time. Might not be as funny as the other story time, but I'm a McKinley kid. I'm a 2001 graduate. I played basketball and baseball for the school. Baseball was more my thing than basketball was. So I got to watch this rivalry, the football rivalry, from the stands, but usually in one of the first few rows. One of the coolest things. First off, let's start with this. MCKINLEYPUPS. Oh, yes. The Pups are the best. So because I'm not calling the game, I can sing it. I can say it. But one of the coolest things that we did before the game each year was we would walk through the parking lots and see all of the different states that came just to watch the game. States, California, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee. I mean, we saw almost all of them. At least in the continental United States, that was one of the coolest things.
That is cool.
I know at one point, I don't think it still is. It might be because of streaming and everything, but even before all the streaming and all of that, they used to broadcast that game in other countries.
Wow.
Like Germany and places like that. So that's always a cool story to tell people. But that was one of the coolest memories. Of course, I went during like the heyday because my freshman year, we went undefeated and won the state title and the USA Today #1 team in the nation. And then my sophomore year, we lost one game and we won the state title again in Ohio. We went back to back. And then, so I was going into my junior year of high school, and my high school football team had won 2 state titles and lost 1 game in 2 years. So I was spoiled.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was my story time. And nothing funny this time like you've heard the other ones, but MCKINLEYPUPS. Oh, yes. The Pups are the best. They need to win this game.
They absolutely
because
do.
it's been a long time It's been a long time.
Massillon has won the last 9 contests.
Oh, that hurts.
It's not great when one team dominates a rivalry, but hey, McKinley has a phenomenal one-loss football team.
Yes, they do.
Coach Renzi Parnell has them ready to go. That's tomorrow's problem. Today's problem,
we got a half of football left.
We do, and the Lake Blue Streaks lead the Green Bulldogs 17-10. Green will get the kick to start the second half. Jay, playoffs on the line. Green currently on the outside looking in. I've seen them seated 13th. I've seen them seated 14th, but they are close to the teams ahead of them. And obviously Lake is a very good team. So win or lose, they're going to get points.
Yeah.
However, winning would be so much better for their seedings than to take the loss. As I say that, Hoover returned the second half kick for a touchdown. Got the 2-point conversion. It's 14-7.
Would that happen to be Jack Andes?
It might be. For the 18th time this year that kid has scored. I'm telling you what, if Jack Andes doesn't win the MVP in the Federal League, there's a problem.
Yeah, the ball's teed up, and it's going to be squibbed right down the middle as this second half is opened up here at Memorial Stadium in Green, and they're going to take it out to about the 38-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10, trailing by 1 possession, as they now have 1 half of football to say, hey, we want week 11.
They're playing for an extra week, and let's see. In the last couple of weeks, we've seen this Green team in the second half come out on fire. Can they continue that streak? They're going to mark the ball at the 29-yard line.
So it's going to be a shotgun formation for Tyson Hunka. He's got Evan Reed right behind him, 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Hands it off to Reed, straight up the middle, out to the 40, to the 50. It's a foot race, down to the 45, to the 35, and he's finally drugged down. A flag on the play as it's probably going to be a horse collar. What a start.
Evan Reed is that man. Mama, there goes that man. Evan Reed, just a burst through the line, and it was a foot race. And let's see what the flag is here. The fans here in Green celebrating. They're thinking this is going against Lake, and it is. Horse collar tackle, Jay. You were all over it. An extra 15 yards tacked on to the end of the run.
And we'll go ahead and put an extra star up on the board for me for seeing that one right off the rip. And this is going to be a beautiful opening spot for the Green Bulldogs as they are starting to mark off that 15-yard penalty inside the 20, which means the Green Bulldogs are going to start this drive in the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the Lake 16-yard line. Hunka back in the shotgun. Evan Reed behind him. He's going to hand it off to Reed again, up the right side this time, and he's going to be tripped after a 2-yard gain.
Well, you love it there. Evan Reed able to keep those legs churning. He's frustrated that he didn't break it for a touchdown on that long touchdown run. He was close.
It took a penalty tackle to stop him.
It did.
But, yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 as they gave him 3 yards on that carry. 2nd and 7 from the Lake 14-yard line. Hunka this time's got both of his backs in the backfield with him, 1 on each hip. Then he's got 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 down here to the left. 11-12 to go here in the third quarter. First drive of the second half for either team. Hunka hands it off to Reed, and he loses 2.
Yeah, Lake all over that. Salt Swimmer and others on the tackle. Let's see who else. Aaron Mitchell as well on that tackle. It's 3rd and 10 now, Jay. This is 2-down territory, I think, for Green. A field goal does you no good here.
So 3rd and 10 from the Lake 16-yard line. As that was a 3-yard loss back to the original line of scrimmage. 10:30 to go here in the third quarter. Lake leads Green 17-10, but Green marching. This time empty backfield except for Hunka in the shotgun. 3 receivers up top to the right, 2 in the slot on the left side. Takes the snap, rolls left, fires it up over the top, looking for Evan Reed, and it's a little too far, 4th down.
Yeah, that's a ball that Tyson Hunka wants back. I mean, you were throwing into double coverage, so you were asking for a lot there. And lo and behold, Jay, Green going to go back to the kicking game, so a 33-yard potential field goal attempt coming up, and it's going to be Logan Nero, who hit one from how deep? 38?
38.
Oh, he's got 33 in his bag. Let's
Here we
see.
go. 10-16 to go here in the third quarter, 4th and 10, and they're going to attempt this field goal. There's the snap. The kick is up. Plenty of leg, but it is good. He snuck it in the left side.
Good by Green's number 23, Logan Nero.
Nero, a phenomenal kicker. I mean, that was insane.
So it is now 17-13. Lake still leads, but Green has cut into the deficit.
Well, it helps you when you have a kicker that's able to do that. I mean, and he snuck it. I mean, from where we're sitting, it looked like he just got it inside that upright.
And having a field goal kicker like that in high school is eventually going to help you in a situation where you need one.
Yeah, exactly. It may come down to a kick.
And you don't get that too often at this level. A guy that can walk in and kick a 38-yarder.
Green now will set it up to kick it off.
Lake's going to get it back. This will be Lake's first offensive possession of the second half, and they will look to extend their lead, as right now it is all about matching point for point what Green gives you, because if you do that up 4, you win the football game. Lake has 3 guys back deep ready to return, and Green's got it teed up. Lake will be going left to right here in this third quarter. And it is going to be kicked deep up the left side. It's going to be fielded at the 8, dropped at the 8. Here comes Green. He breaks free. It's tied to George going left. Can he get the corner? Out to the 20. And he gets swallowed up at the 24-yard line. That was almost disaster and almost a kick return.
Yeah, Ty DeGeorge, obviously, again, if you're just joining us, Ty DeGeorge back after missing 7 games with a broken ankle, way ahead of schedule, rehabbed hard. Dad said he was tired of him being at home. He wanted to play, and of course, if you haven't figured it out, Coach DeGeorge and his son, Ty DeGeorge, you got to love it. Got to love the father-son connection there. Let's see what the Lake Blue Streak offense can do, Jay.
Choir in the shotgun from their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to drop back to pass, fake the pass. He's trying to take the top off, but he threw it way too far, incomplete.
Intended receiver there was Quinn Snyder, the junior 6'4" receiver. I mean, obviously, if you're 6'4", you're going to give him a chance.
Yeah, the Lake fans didn't like the no call. They felt that there should have been a hold or a pass interference, but that thing was number 1 uncatchable, and number 2, I think they're doing all right when it comes to flags today.
Yep. So 17, Reed Libator was the defensive back. They've got him at 5 feet. That's got to be a typo. He's a lot taller than 5 feet.
2nd and 10 now, under 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Choir drops back to pass out of the shotgun. Looks left, rolling right. Here comes the pass rush. He's going to fire it deep to the right side. Incomplete. And again, no flags, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Well, obviously, 2 pass plays to start for Choir and crew on the Lake side. 2 overthrows. However, I will give Lake a little bit here. Down here, there was a lot of holding going on, and the refs are letting them play, which is surprising.
Let's see if they let them play both ways.
Correct.
That has been the big issue tonight. But a lot of it is trying to take the top off early, as they're trying to go for the jugular too. But also, Green came out loading the box a little more because of Madsen and what he did in the first half. So now Lake's trying to loosen that back up. So here we go, 3rd and 10. They take the snap, fires it to the left side, and he gets nowhere. He's smoked after a yard, 4th down.
Well, and Lake's going to have to punt the football. So great job by the Green Bulldogs coming out strong on the defensive side for the first defensive series of the second half. Evan Gregorio. We didn't say his name last week. He didn't play.
didn't.
He is standing at his 45-yard line.
And he's dangerous. I covered Green a lot last year. He played a lot last year and made some big plays for that Bulldog football team. So it mishandled the catch there by the punter, getting it off late, but it was still a nice punt, and it's going to be downed at the Green 45-yard line. So nice starting field position for the Bulldogs.
That punt was by number 24, Lachlan Baker.
He did not catch that very clean, but he got it away.
Tough snap.
Yeah. Got it away, and he's good there.
Or was it Chase Fuller? I'll have to double check to see who that punt was by.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Green Bulldogs. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. They trail 17-13, but they're starting from their own 46-yard line. And the Green faithful below us is hoping for some Tyson Hunka magic right here on this drive as he's in the shotgun. And he hands it off to his running back, who's just runs into a brick wall.
Lake doing a great job there, loading the box. They know what Evan Reed just did on the last offensive series. He blew through him for a huge gain. Lake not going to make that same mistake twice. So let's see what Hunka and company will do. What will Coach Geis have up his sleeve?
Lake, so well coached, so disciplined when it comes to spacing and being in your spot most of the time. It's hard to beat this football team, and Hunka's in the shotgun again for receivers. Takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, who makes a cut from the right back up to the middle and gains 2 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Well, obviously 3rd and 11 to be exact. Nope, they'll change it. 3rd and 8, ball on the 45. So if you're Hunka, you're going to have to throw here. Or are you going to take off with your legs
time.
again?
The big thing is time to throw. That's the big issue, is Lake has done a good job getting to him so far here tonight. But it's 3rd and 8 for the Green Bulldogs from their own 48-yard line. 7:45 and counting to go here in the third quarter, and Green is going to spend a timeout. And this timeout is brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here in green is the Bulldogs. Trail the Lake Blue Streak 17-13 with 7:43 to go here in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 8 for Green from their own 48-yard line. Big third down for the Bulldogs. Hunka in the shotgun. He's got Evan Reed in the backfield with him on his left hip. Takes the snap. Fakes the pitch. Here comes the blitz. He's got Evan Reed in the flat, wide open. And it's going to be close. It is going to be very, very close. I think he might be a nose of the football short. This is all going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, let's see what they're doing here. Yeah, they're going to say he's short, 4th down. And the crowd can't believe it.
It's 4th and inches from the Lake 44-yard line, as they did get into Lake territory, and Green is going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 1. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off, trips forward. He got it by a yard.
Wow, he barely got it. Tripped up in the backfield. Lake had the box. They were in the backfield on the snap. Evan Reed able to get the first down. Barely.
So 1st and 10 for the Green Bulldogs from the Lake 43-yard line. 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. Looks like Green now is taking their time on offense. Hunka in the shotgun. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it down the seam. Had his man wide open and missed him.
That was Anthony McMichael III. Had him wide open. He also had his other receiver Ben Bronick, who was open as well. If he'd have waited an extra second before throwing that football, I'm thinking he's picking a different receiver, Jay.
Yeah. Either one of those guys would have been a touchdown if he could have hit him in stride. But instead, it's 2nd and 10 now for the Green Bulldogs. 6:31 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to go 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 down here to the left. Hunka in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Evan Reed. Gets straight up the middle and dives forward to the Lake 35-yard line, and that's going to make it 3rd and 2.
Evan Reed, 6'1", 210 pounds. Great job by the Green O-line, creating space for him to run. Sets up a very manageable, Jay, 3rd and 2.
As we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Right back to the line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs. Hunka takes a snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, straight up the middle, and he falls forward and gets the first down again by another yard.
Evan Reed is a bulldozer. And the fans now, the cowbells ringing. I will say both these teams, Lake and Green both, the fans have come out.
Oh, there's a packed house here tonight.
Stadium packed, and
there's
here
even
we go.
a ton more people standing over there by the concessions. Hunka in the shotgun. Got Lake to jump, but Lake is allowed, if they don't touch an offensive player, to get back into position before the snap, and they do. So Hunka changes the play at the line of scrimmage, takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, who got hit just as fast as he got the football.
That was Gavin Saltswimmer again. He was in the backfield, Jay, and hit Reed as soon as he got the ball from Hunka. He knew what was coming.
Yep, so that's going to be 2nd down, and I believe he lost yardage. They gave him a 1-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 11 now from the Lake 32-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Lake still leads 17-13, and you got to think that Geis is setting something up to use that pass rush against Lake here any minute now as we're going 5 wide. Hunka takes the snap, runs it straight up the middle. Jukes one defender inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 11.
And that's what he was setting up right there. The man, the myth, the legend. Tyson Hunka, senior quarterback. Jay, I swear we're watching greatness in front of us tonight.
And that is Green's next trip to the RG Drag Red Zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. It is 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the Lake 12-yard line with 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. This time a field goal does nothing but inch you closer. A touchdown gives you the lead. And here we go from the shotgun. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, goes up the left side, bursts into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown.
12-yard touchdown run for Evan Reed. Mama, there goes that man. Evan Reed into the end zone, puts the Bulldogs up 19-17, and this place going berserk.
Yeah, we're right above the home crowd, and they have our press box shaking right now as we're waiting for the extra point from the Green Bulldogs as they have retaken the lead 19-17 over the Lake Blue Streaks. And here comes the extra point. It's down. It's up. It is good. 20-17. Green retakes the lead in the battle of 619.
I love what you did there. That was well done, sir. Well done. The Bulldogs finally get into the end zone. Take a 3-point lead.
We got ourselves a brand new ball game.
Well, now, if you are Lake, how do you respond?
The same way, long, methodical, beat them up, wear them down, and put it into the end zone. Because now a field goal for Lake ties the game, but a touchdown reclaims the lead as we have 4 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. And even the PA systems are louder this week.
They are indeed. Getting our social media updated. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Find us, Q92 Sports, on all our social media handles. Hoover leads Jackson 22-7.
Wow, that happened quick.
Well, they got the 14-yard touchdown or the 90-yard kick return, and then methodical drive. 2:42 left.
Both teams are
third.
both of those teams are in the playoffs. It's just
They
a matter of
are,
seeding and
correct.
pride at this point.
Jackson would probably be the 12 because
Yeah.
Louisville's going to win.
They
So-
won by halftime.
Yeah.
So Green ready to kick it back to the Blue Streaks, now leading 20-17. We'll see how having the lead, if anything, changes how the Green defense does things. The kickoff is high and deep, going to be fielded at the 8, out to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and DeGeorge is ridden down at the 31-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks.
Kick return was by Chase Fuller. He got upended. They're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Alex Quire and the Blue Streaks.
3:54 to go here in the third quarter. Here comes Quire. Done a great job of leading this huddle through this football game and through the season thus far. He's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Madsen on his right hip, 4 receivers. Out wide, 2 to each side. Takes the snap, hands it off to Madsen, goes up the left side, and there he is. It's taken every human being a part of the Green community to bring him down on the field as another big first down gain for Madsen.
Jay, I don't know if you noticed, Green was a man short.
Yeah, I noticed.
Until the snap. Green able to run somebody out there. They were playing a man down, and it showed.
And it was a random man because they ran him off and they brought out an offensive lineman. Those two types are very, very different.
Correct.
So here we go. 2nd and 3 now for the Blue Streaks. Back in the shotgun, right back to Madsen. He slipped in the backfield, regained his feet, and dove forward for the first down. Unbelievable.
We've got 2 dynamic tailbacks in this ball game. Davis Madsen for the Lake Blue Streaks, Evan Reed for the Green Bulldogs. And I'm going to tell you right now, Jay, I think it's going to come down to the turnover battle. Right now, Green is losing 2-1.
1st and 10 now from their own 43-yard line for Lake. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Quire in the shotgun. 4 receivers again, 2 to each side. And that's movement by the offensive line. That's going to be false start. They'll go back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Blue Streaks.
Back into the scoreboard we go. West Branch now leads Salem 21-13 as Cletus Monroy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And then East Canton trails Malvern as they head to the fourth quarter. 6-0. East Canton needs to win and get in to the playoffs. They're at 7-2, Jay.
That's wild.
I can't believe that either.
1st and 15 from their own 38 now for the Blue Streaks. In the shotgun, Quire takes the snap. Looks like he's going to pass it, then takes off the left side. There's nobody there, and he's off running inside the Green territory, and he's finally tripped up from behind down to the Green 26-yard line.
Well, that tells you right there. Tyson Hunka for Green did it with his legs. Alex Quire for Lake says, anything you can do, I can do better. They're going to mark him at the 26. They're going to say he never got out of bounds. The clock running.
So 1st and 10 now as they move deep into Green territory. 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks. Quire back in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Madsen up the left side. Gains another 5 to 6, maybe 5 yards. Bring up 2nd down.
I was corrected that the turnover battle is 2 apiece. 2 apiece.
Not only if it's a tie, if the turnovers are a tie, it's like where did the turnovers happen?
And who got points off of those turnovers?
Yeah, 100%. Because Green lost one pretty much inside the red zone, like back by their own end zone. So here we go. 2nd and 5 for Lake from the 21-yard line at Green. 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Blue Streaks fire it to the right side to DeGeorge. He cuts it back the inside, gains maybe 2 yards, and he's upended right onto his head. And there's a flag. Late flag as he got pushed over. I don't agree with the flag. I thought the kids were just trying to get up and everybody was tripping over themselves. But in rivalries, better safe than sorry.
Now, if it's on green, this place is going to go nuts.
It will be on green if it's on anybody. They should, in my opinion, they should waive it, but they're not gonna. Yeah.
Anthony McMichael III is going to be the guilty party.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, in my opinion, both players were just trying to get up fast.
Yeah.
And they kind of tripped over each other. But again, in a rivalry game, it's better to be safe than sorry. It's just unfortunate that it's the same team that keeps getting the short end of the stick.
And things have been a little chippy here and there, so they're trying to maintain order.
Yep. So back in the shotgun for Quire. Takes the snap, hands it off to Madsen, goes straight up the middle, dives forward to the 5-yard line.
Well, let's see. Will Lake try to get one more off before the end of the third quarter?
They have to because the play clock doesn't have enough time on it.
Yep, one more play. They're going to take their time, go to the sideline. East Canton has scored. It is now 7-6, Jay, over Malvern in the fourth quarter. Can Spider Miller, head coach of the East Canton Hornets, get them into the playoffs?
Quire here in the shotgun, hands it off to Madsen, dives forward and waltzes in for a Lake touchdown.
Well, Lake again answers the call of the Bulldogs. 10 seconds to go. Madsen from 5 yards out.
We'll see what kind of extra point still to come. As right now, it's just a field goal lead, but the extra point turns it into a 4-point lead. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, plenty of leg, and it's good. It is now 24-20, Lake back on top.
Well, there you go. Now with 10 seconds left, this has been a back-and-forth game all night long. What does Green have up their sleeves?
You can score all you want, but eventually Green is going to have to make a stop on defense, which they haven't really shown other than a turnover here and there that was really unforced.
Yeah, agreed.
The last one was unforced. Now, the interception early on in the game, that was so far back in their own territory that no harm, no foul, whereas Green's turnovers have been deep behind their back. So Green's going to have to truly make a defensive stop if they want to win this football game.
Absolutely. It's going to come down to who has the ball last, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Off for Lake, number 85, GP.
So here we go. Lake's going to kick it back to the Green Bulldogs with 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lake leads 24-20. They're going to squib it down the middle. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. They're going to try to bring it all the way to the other side and get the corner out to the 30, to the 40, cuts back to the 50, into Lake territory, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds at the Lake 46-yard line.
That was Ben Bronick on the return, and a great job. Hey, Jay, there's 1 second left in the third quarter. We're going to have one final play for Tyson Hunka and the boys of Green. What a fourth quarter to come. My goodness.
Here we go. 1 second till the fourth quarter. They're starting in Lake territory on the Lake 46-yard line after yet another great kickoff return by the Green Bulldogs. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed. He bounces around, hits the hole up the right side, and gains maybe 3 to 4 yards. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. The Lake Blue Streaks lead the Green Bulldogs 24-20. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
12 minutes. 12 minutes to go. Start of the fourth quarter. Lake 24, Green 20. That third quarter was a back and forth punch fest. And now, who can win the quarter? Green needs the win to help themselves get in to the playoffs. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off to Reed, goes up the left side, gets maybe another 2 yards before he's stonewalled at the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up third and short.
Well, Jay, not if anybody's scoreboard watching, but Boardman is one of the teams ahead of Green. Boardman is currently trailing 14-7 to undefeated Canfield.
Canfield's so good this year. So good. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Big third down for the Bulldogs from the 41 of Lake. 11:25 to go in the ball game. The battle of 6:19 coming down to it. Hunka changes the play at the line of scrimmage, takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, who bursts through the line, gets across. He's still on his feet. He's spinning, moving, fighting inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line.
Evan Reed is just an incredible human being.
My goodness, he was lucky to get the first down, but he said, I got Mo in me.
Mayfield is another team ahead of Green, and they are trailing as well, 16-7 to East Lake North. Jay.
Right back to the line for Green. Hands it off to Evan Reed. Punches to the left side and gets maybe a yard, maybe two. We'll see where they mark it. But it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 14-yard line as the Green Bulldogs have entered the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. 10.5 to go in the ball game. Everybody looking to the sideline for the play. 24-20, Lake leads at the moment. Green again. Charging. Hunka takes the snap, keeps it. Mishandled the snap a little bit, so he had to tuck it and dive forward for another 2 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Let's see where they mark it.
Oh, 3rd and 6.
Yep, 3rd and 6 from the 12. Another big third down here for the Green Bulldogs. Hunka in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the hand. Nope, he fakes the handoff. Looking right. He's going to keep it himself. Spin move inside the 10, down to the 5. And that looks like it's going to be enough for the Bulldog first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Golly, man. Tyson Hunka again. It's Tyson Hunka and Evan Reed right now, folks, carrying this Bulldog offense down the field. 1st and goal, Bulldogs.
1st and goal from the 5. 9:10 to go in the ball game. Hunka in the shotgun. Evan Reed behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, goes up the left side, and waltzes on in Evan Reed TD.
Evan Reed for the 2nd time today into the end zone from 5 yards out. And the Green Bulldogs back up front.
Just the way we like it when it comes to rivalry games. Just standing in the middle of the canvas, trading punches. The extra point. Up. Good. 27-24. Green back on top.
Logan Nero drilled the extra point, and we got 9 minutes to go, Jay.
9 minutes exactly left in the battle of 6:19. Green leads 27-24. Unfortunately, my prediction is probably not going to matriculate from here on out because this score was it. And we still got 9 to go. Oh, you're gonna hear the crackling of the voice now, folks.
Yeah, Jay's into it. 27-24.
It's going to be a lot of hot tea and lozenges to be ready for tomorrow afternoon because I'm not going to have a full week to recover this time. So Green ready to kick it back to the Lake Blue Streaks. Again, I repeat, if Green wants to win this football game, they are going to have to make a defensive stop.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. It's going to come down to who wants it. West Branch back on top. 27-13 over Salem. 41-yard touchdown pass to cap a 94-yard drive. Watch out for the Warriors of West Branch.
And there's the deep kick. This one's going to be fielded at the 5. Out to the 20, to the 25. And he slides forward to the 35-yard line.
It was a good return. Very good return.
Better than it should have been with how many people were around him, that's for sure.
Chase Fuller gets credit for the return and a good one. Fourth quarter, 8:51 to go, and we got a cramp. We got a man down for the Green Bulldogs. It's cramp time.
It's actually been very impressive that this was the first one that we've seen here tonight with the way the weather has been.
Yeah, I can't get a number. I think that's Anthony McMichael. I think. Waiting to see. I mean, it's cold. That it was 50 degrees at kickoff, maybe.
It's 42 right now, according to my Dick Tracy Apple Watch.
Yeah, the one
for those of you that know who Dick Tracy
the
is.
one that calls your car and brings it over to you. You're talking to Knight Rider right now. Come on now, let's.
I would
Kit.
I would kill to have Knight Rider,
dude. To have that car, to have William Daniels, aka Kit, talking to me. I want to be David Hasselhoff. Michael Knight. Come on, man.
David.
That was my show, dude. Love Knight Rider.
And right
Love
after it was what, A-Team?
A-Team or MASH, depending on the night.
Yeah, I wasn't a MASH guy.
But
We didn't have a
I'm just
MASH
saying
thing.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was on.
Yeah.
Here it's still tending to the Green player. I'm pretty confident it's McMichael, but we'll see. He's up.
And it is McMichael.
Good
You
call
are
there.
Correct.
Chalk
Anthony,
one up for me.
You get a gold star this time.
Coach
Anthony
Geis
McMichael
was
the
out
third.
there.
Yeah.
As well, making sure that his senior is okay. He's walking off under his own power. No hobble, no nothing.
It must have been a cramp then. They must have worked through it. But right back now, 1st and 10 for the Lake Blue Streaks from their own 35-yard line. They trail by a field goal. 8:51 to go in the ball game. Quire in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to hand it off to Madsen, who gets maybe a yard. Maybe.
Yeah, Green got excellent pressure up the gut, pushing the line back, and Madsen unable to get the motor running.
And Green's upset because one of their players got pushed down way after the play, and guess what?
No flag.
No flag.
Yeah,
It's been very, very
one-sided.
strategically one-sided in very specific spots here tonight. But it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Blue Streaks from their own 36-yard line with 8:15 to go in the ball game. Quire in the shotgun. This time he moves Madsen over to his left hip. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fakes the handoff to Madsen. He wants to take the top off, going deep to the right, and it is going to be caught. It's going to be caught. And again. The Lake player walked up to the Green player as he was still on the ground and chirped, no flag.
That was Zach Novak, 6'3", senior receiver. High pointed the football.
Great catch. But if you're going to do for one, you need to do for the other, because now we're getting into territory where I'll speak up.
First down, Blue Streaks, ball on the 23.
Choir takes a snap, hands it off to Madsen, who goes up the right side, gets maybe 5 yards, and then he's going to be driven backwards.
Caden Werner, the senior linebacker, on the stop for Green. Clock continues to run. Hoover leads Jackson 28-7. But watch out for the Hoover Vikings.
They are a very good, well put together football team, and that defense is dangerous.
And Alliance is currently defeating Marlington as well.
So 2nd and 6 now as Lake is inside the RG Drag red zone on the Green 19-yard line, under 7 minutes to play. Choir takes a snap, hands it off to Madsen. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it as he gets down inside the 15 to the 14. And now comes a late flag. And let me guess, this one's probably on Green.
Let's see here. A lot of pointing. Manchester leads Northwest 14-7. It is going to be a personal foul, face mask on Green. Wow. The air just seemed like it just got let out of the stadium here.
So now Lake's going to have it 1st and goal from the 7. With 6:48 to go, they trail 27-24. And right now, if you're Lake, I bleed this clock and just feed it to Madsen all day long.
Exactly. Or Choir as well. Or maybe DeGeorge. Somebody's going to run it in.
Choir in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Madsen, goes up the right side, gets down to the 2-yard line.
Lots of
and
shoving.
The Lake kid just kicked a Green player on the field. No flag. I can see it from up here.
Yeah, that's very questionable.
It's becoming very blatant.
Well, then the timeout situation, Lake has all 3, Green has 2. Clock continues to run, under 6 minutes to go now in the game.
2nd and goal from the 2. Lake breaks the huddle. Choir in the shotgun, no receivers. They drop the football, and it's on the turf. Who's got it? It's on the turf, bouncing around, and that pile's getting big. Now Lake gets pushed, and there goes more flags. And Lake knows that they're going to call it on Green because every Lake player's clapping.
Who's got the football? Still haven't seen a signal as who got the football. Who's got it?
Yeah, we still don't have a call on who has the football. Yep. So there's offsetting personal fouls. And Lake recovered.
Wow.
So they called it on both of them.
Well, okay.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you had
But it's been so one-sided, and I'm here. I see what's going on. And I can tell you it hasn't been that one-sided.
3rd and 2.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 5 as they lost 2 yards on that fumble.
And this place back to going nuts. We're shaking here in the booth.
Because they know if they can stop them here, there's a potential for a field goal to just tie it instead of take the lead. Here we go. 3rd and 5 from the 5. Choir in the shotgun. No receivers. Heavy set. They fake the handoff to Madsen. And Choir's got, nope, it's DeGeorge. And he's being shoved back and shoved to the ground as they didn't get there. 4th and goal.
Wow. So a little trickeration. DeGeorge in. Tried to get it. No. What does Lake decide to do? 4th and 3.
We are under 4 minutes to play. A field goal ties it. A touchdown takes the lead.
They're going to try to tie it, Jay.
Because if they don't get it, you're now under 5 to play, and you're and you make the field goal, or you don't get it. You have Green with the lead and the football.
20-yard field goal attempt by number 85, J.P. Moorhead.
So we got it ready here. 4:30 to go in the ball game. Here we go. There's the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. We have a tie ball game.
It is a tie ball game. 27.
Woo, buddy, 4:24 to go. We got a tie ball game in the Battle of 619.
Wow. What a game this has been, Jay, from start to finish.
Here we go. It's now Green's turn. Can they do the next two drives like they did, or can they do the next drive like they did the last two drives? Methodical, time off the clock, and then punch it in with Evan Reed, who has scored the last two touchdowns for the Green Bulldogs on the ground. 4:24 to go. You're going to have Anthony McMichael III. You're going to have Evan Reed back deep to return the kick. 4:24 to go in this one. We are tied at 27 apiece. It's knee-knocking time, my friend.
It absolutely is. Now, remind you, Green's had two really good returns.
And it's going to be fielded at the 5 by Evan Reed. To the 10, out to the 20. He cuts back to the 30, to the 35, to the 36-yard line. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. And this time though they actually kicked it.
Yeah.
Before they've been squibbing it, and Green's figured that out. But Green, nice starting field position with 4:16 to go, as they're going to start from their own 37-yard line.
I hate to say it, Jay, pregame, what did Coach Dan DeGeorge say? Special teams is going to be the difference in this game, and he has been dead on.
Tyson Hunka, shotgun formation, Evan Reed behind him, hands it off to Reed, cuts it up the left side, and gets out across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Evan Reed, the workhorse of the Bulldogs. 4 minutes to go in this game. Obviously, a touchdown would be huge for the Bulldogs.
Under 4 minutes to go, 2nd and 5 from their own 42-yard line for the Green Bulldogs.
What a game.
Tyson gets the play in from the sidelines. He's got two receivers far out wide to the left, one out wide to the right, and one in the slot. Takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed, who dives forward, gets maybe 2 yards, and there's that brick wall that stops him. Huge third down for both teams.
This is massive. Salt Swimmer, Gavin Salt Swimmer, the senior on the stop. Evan Reed kind of slipped a little bit. 3rd and 3, but again, when you have a dual threat quarterback, Jay, like Tyson Hunka, you have to be wary of his legs. Are they going to spy him here?
3rd and 3 from their own 44-yard line. Both fans on their feet, stomping. Under 3 minutes to play. Hunka in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Evan Reed, who bowls forward for the first down, again by 1 yard.
I'm telling you right now, Evan Reed has more determination of anybody right now on this football field. He is basically saying, give me the football. I want the football. What did we used to say about Ezekiel Elliott at Ohio State? Feed him. Keep feeding him the football, and that is what Green is doing right now.
1st and 10 now from their own 48-yard line. 2:35 to go in the ball game. Hunka, 3 receivers to the left, 1 down here to the right, and Evan Reed behind him. Hands it off to Evan Reed, up the middle, across the 50, down to the 46-yard line of Lake. Another good first down run by Evan Reed.
Evan Reed. Mama, there goes that man. They're going to give him 6 on the carry.
So 2nd and 4 now from the Lake 46-yard line. We're probably going to be under 2 minutes to play before this one is even snapped.
Well, if you're thinking field goal, you got to pick up a good chunk here. You're going to need it.
Yep.
About 38 was his max in this weather.
And it's gotten colder since then.
Yep.
By a good 8 degrees. So here we go. Hunka in the shotgun. That clock's moving. Takes the snap. Fakes the pitch. Runs it himself up the middle. He cuts it to the outside. Back inside. He's brought down at the 33-yard line. And another Green First down.
Tyson Hunka is just, unbelievable. Clock running, 1:30.
Now they gotta move it a little bit now. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Hunka takes the snap, hands it off to Reed. He goes straight up the middle, and he's met by some blue streaks.
You wonder when the timeouts are going to come into play here. Will Lake call anything, maybe other than to ice the kicker?
I think if they stop him after a yard or two here, you might start seeing those timeouts used by Ty DeGeorge.
Jack Andes just scored a 50-yard touchdown run.
Of course he did.
Hoover 35, Jackson 14.
2nd and 8 for Tyson Hunka. 4 receivers and Evan Reed in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reed, goes up the right side, cuts it up the middle, and he's down to the 21-yard line. Under a minute to play in the ball game. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Green Bulldogs. And that clock is moving.
Yep, watching the offense here. They better pick it up just a hair.
Hunka right back to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun. Puts McMichael in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Evan Reed. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and nothing else.
Evan Reed on the carry.
Looking, Coach Geis is letting it run here. East Canton has defeated Malvern 7-6 in the Battle of the Hornets. And we've got a timeout here. This timeout brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
That is Green that called the timeout, their first timeout. They have 2 left. Lake has all 3. Woo! So 22 seconds to go. It is 2nd and 9 for the Green Bulldogs from the Lake 20 as they are officially in the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag.
If they kick it, Jay, you're looking at about 37.
Okay, so he's made a 33-yarder and a 38-yarder.
They're going to want to pick up, I think, a few yards.
Let's see what
Injured
happens here.
Player for Lake, it looks like. Well, no, he was the water boy. Sorry, he was a little slow to get off the field. Thought he was injured.
Here we
fine.
go. 2nd and 9 from the Lake 20-yard line. Shotgun formation for Tyson Hunka. Takes the snap. Pitches it to Evan Reed. He goes up the right side, breaks a tackle, dives down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so first they said the clock was stopped, then they started the clock.
It's going to be 3rd down, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and Mark Geis uses his 2nd timeout. We're going to get a walk-off field goal attempt by the Green Bulldogs.
31-yard field goal attempt.
Remember, Lake has all 3 timeouts. It's cold. There's a frost warning from tonight till tomorrow morning. So Lake has a lot of chances to ice the kicker.
$31-yard field goal. The kickers, junior Logan Nero, 5'7", 145 pounds. I bet you, Jay, his heart is beating out of his chest.
Here we go.
Who's the holder?
Looks like it's going to be Evan Gregorio.
Evan Gregorio, the holder. 31-yard field goal.
Both
for
sides
the win.
on their feet.
We're standing in the press box. Do we have a timeout coming?
And there's the snap, the hold. The kick is no good. It's wide left. Wide left. He missed it. And we are going to overtime.
Well, you wouldn't have it any other way, sports fans.
Woo! We're going to step away for a quick commercial break and get this thing reset for overtime. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarchone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Green Memorial Stadium for the Battle of 619. And 4 quarters just wasn't enough. We are tied at 27 apiece after a missed field goal attempt by the Green Bulldogs as time expired. And now we get extra football here in Green.
So, Jay, you're going to have to help me. This is my first overtime game in quite a while. Maybe ever. So do both teams get a possession? How does this work? Help me out.
Google it.
I'm going to
Google's
Google
free.
it. Google is free, my guy, right? That's what you just said.
Google's free, my guy. So they're going to meet back at midfield. They're going to bring out one captain each. It's going to be Tyson Hunka. And it's going to be Davis Madsen.
Both teams getting a chance to score from a set yard line. They're going to have the ball at the 10-yard line. Each team gets a possession, and the game continues if the score remains tied. Oh, boy. After multiple overtimes, teams will be forced to go for 2.
So it's kind of like college. It's like college.
So Mike Dixon said, hey, quit taking my game of the year. This is for all the marbles. Overtime at Memorial.
Green's going to get
Stadium.
the ball first.
Okay.
And they are going to be going from right to left.
Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly. Good old Keith Jackson.
Here we go. So Green going to go into there towards their band, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
If you are Coach Geis, what are you telling your guys, and what are you telling them if you're Coach DeGeorge?
Clean football.
Turnovers will kill you right now.
Turnover ends it pretty much.
True.
So clean football. Keep your wits about you. Keep your emotions in check. They are quick to throw the flag, especially if you're Green. And that's going to be more important now than ever.
So I was wrong. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 20.
1st and 10 from the 20. Hunka in the shotgun. Lake jumps off sides, but they got back. No flag. They are starting in the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag, as that'll pretty much be how it'll go the rest of the way. Hunka changes the call at the line of scrimmage. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking left, rolling right. Tries to jump through the line, and he's going to be sacked for a 3-yard loss. Devastating.
Angelo Wood, amongst others, in there for the sack.
It's going to be 2nd and 14. He lost 4 yards.
I mean, he had time, but the Lake Blue Streaks all over it. Their defense did a phenomenal job on defense there.
Yeah, on the back end, they had everybody covered up because Hunka wanted to get rid of that quick, and the guy he was looking at and his progressions were all covered up. He's now going to be in the empty backfield, 5 wide. Hunka takes a snap, fires it to the left side. Evan Reed's got it. He's going to take up the left side, inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 5.
Well, obviously, you want points here if you're Green, but obviously a touchdown is better than a field goal here, because if you kick a field goal and Lake gets a touchdown, it's over.
Hunka in the shotgun. 5 wide, empty backfield other than him. Changes the play at the line of scrimmage again. The game clock is off. It's all football now. Takes the snap. Here comes the pass rush. Fires it left. Got his man down at the 2. He's fighting for the goal line. It's going to be a first down and goal as he got down to the 1.
Ben Bronick was the intended receiver. He caught the football, paid the price, gets the ball to the 1-yard line. First and goal for the Bulldogs. Personnel subs in and out.
Hunka, he's got 2 backs back there with him. And Geis comes sprinting out to call the timeout.
Oh, is he mad? Somebody late into the game, and they're forced to burn a timeout as that play clock was down.
They keep the same timeouts as they had in the fourth quarter. So now they're down to 1.
They are.
And Lake still has all 3.
I'm still impressed that Lake didn't ice the kicker. I think that's a hats off play there by Coach Dan DeGeorge of the Lake Blue Streaks. Free football here at Memorial Stadium, Green High School. It is Mike Voorhees with Jay Wilhelm. You're listening to the Q92 Sports Network. My, oh my, buddy. Could we have predicted this tonight?
Not this.
Not this. Nope. Never thought this was coming.
So here we go. Both teams out of the timeout now. Actually, they both get
They have 1 timeout.
So they get 1. They've just used it. Lake still has 1. Here we go. Hunka in the shotgun. He's got McMichael on his left, Evan Reed on his right. Takes a snap. He's going to follow them both. He Supermans it in to the end zone. Tyson Hunka.
This is awesome.
The ever important extra point. You have to gather yourself if you're the kicker after missing that field goal. You got to reel it in. Pitcher that gives up the home run, he's got to turn around, forget about it, and put it through the uprights because it is all important from here on out. Extra point is up. Plenty of leg, and he got it.
Point scored by number 23, Logan Moreau.
And now it's Lake's turn.
Unbelievable.
Remember I was talking about that. If Green wants to win, they need a defensive stop. A defensive stop right here wins the football game. That defensive stop I said that they need to have. Here's their shot. 34-27 in overtime. Green leads. It's now Lake's turn as they will start inside the RG Drag red zone. 1st and 10 from the Green 20-yard line. Alexander Quire in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. The Green fans are stomping and shaking the place. Quire takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Madsen, rolling right, looking downfield, throws it away, incomplete. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Great coverage on the back end by the Green secondary. 2nd and 10 now from the 20. 34-27. Green leads in overtime.
Whew. I'm trying to catch my breath here.
Hold it.
I'm trying.
Here we go. Quire. Same formation. This time he's got the back on his right hip in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Madsen. Goes straight up the middle. Plenty of space inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4. They're going to say 3rd and 3. Either way, this is 4-down territory for Lake as a field goal does nothing.
Field goal does not help the cause.
Here comes Quire from the sideline after getting the play from Coach DeGeorge. He's got Madsen right behind him in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 down here to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Madsen. Dives forward, and he's short. He's going to be short by 1 yard. It is going to be 4th and 1.
Green
for the ball game.
Green trying to get into the playoffs, so win definitely helps. Lake already has a playoff spot. This is all about seeding. 4th and 1. Ball on the 11.
If Green can stop them, game over.
If
If not, we move on.
Going bananas.
Here comes Quire. 4th and 1 yard. Madsen in the backfield with Quire. Takes the snap. Quire's going to follow him. He's going to dive forward, and he's going to easily get that first down. It is now 1st and goal for the Lake Blue Streaks from the 9-yard line.
Green trying to say that Lake jumped, but there was no flag, no call, no nothing. 1st and goal. If you're Lake, Jay, and you're able to tie this game, do you go for 2 in the win?
I don't know. I think yes, because you are already solidified. And that would tear the hearts out of this place in a hurry.
Yeah, a loss definitely hurts Green's playoff chances.
1st and goal from the 9. Quire in the shotgun. 3 receivers. Puts 1 in motion. It's to George. He hands it off to him. He tries to get wide. He gets there. Oh, he's absolutely hammered at the 13-yard line.
He got missiled. I mean,
welcome back.
Wow, tied to George. That was a pop.
That was a Ryan Shazier type pop.
That loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13.
2nd and goal from the 13. 34-27. Green leads in overtime. Lake driving, trying to tie it and keep this thing moving. Quire, 3 receivers to his left, 1 up top to his right. Takes the snap. It's over his head. He catches it. He's looking downfield, running for his life. Turns the other way. Fires it. Got a man. Wide open at the 10. To the 5. Dives down to the 3.
That was Davis Madsen. He was left all alone in the scrum. Somebody forgot to cover him. 3rd down. Where are they going to spot it?
3-yard line. Unbelievable. They had him dead at the 20 and couldn't rile him down.
Great job by Alex Quire.
3rd and 3 from the 3. Here come the Blue Streaks, trailing by a touchdown. They got the jumbo set, and Madsen jumped. Madsen jumped, and that's going to be a false start on Lake. Running back Madsen jumped out of his break too soon, and that's going to knock him back 5.
Coach DeGeorge trying to get the guys. Hey, calm down. It's okay. Calm down.
It's now 3rd and goal from the 8.
This place going nuts here.
Again, jumbo package, no receivers. Quire takes the snap, hands it off to Madsen up the right side, inside the 5, and they're going to ride him down. Fumble! Green picks it up, and they're going to say they whistled the play dead at the 4.
Oh, my
Good
God.
Lord.
Oh, my gosh.
4th and goal from the 5. Green, another chance to ice this thing. It's got to be a touchdown now because it's 4th and goal. No first down can be had.
Ends the ball game.
A touchdown, it's either going to be the end of the game or an extension of it. Here we go. And Lake's going to use a timeout. This timeout's brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. We're going to step away. This is high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
And we're back out of the timeout. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 5 for the Lake Blue Streaks. A touchdown extends the game. A stop ends it. And the Green Bulldogs have a shot at winning the Battle of 619. Quire in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 down here to the left. Puts a man in motion. Drops back. Fires it to DeGeorge. It's a double pass, but he keeps it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Green's going to win the football game. Green's going to win the football game.
Unbelievable.
It was going to be a double pass. DeGeorge saw nothing, so he tried to tuck it and run it himself. Got down to the 2, and he got absolutely leveled out of bounds to end the football game. Green, 4 in a row. 34-27. Woo, we're going to step away. You're listening to high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back here at Memorial Stadium as the Green Bulldogs defeat the Lake Blue Streaks in the Battle of 619 in overtime by 2 yards with a final of 34-27. Now it's time for my buddy Mike Voorhees to catch us up on the other scores after this barn burner.
East Canton beats Malvern 7-6. Carrollton beats Minerva 38-14. Canton Central Catholic beats St. Thomas 54-0. Manchester over Northwest 21-7. Louisville 50-7. Winners over Worcester. Sandy Valley and Tusky Valley tied at 14 in the 4th. Perry leads Glen Oak 28-0. Canton South 56. West Holmes 48 in the 4th. Wow. Tuslaw defeats Fairless 39-28. And Hoover leads Jackson 35-14. Jay, I'm going to head down and get us some stuff. My friend, I will see you in Alliance tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, sir. And right now, that student section is piling on their football team. And we're going to step away for another commercial break. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
What a game. What a rivalry. The Battle of 619 this year goes to the Green Bulldogs in overtime as they come back and defeat the Lake Blue Streaks 34-27. Y'all heard at halftime that it was 17-10. And then Green opened up the third quarter with a 33-yard field goal, made it 17-13. And then Evan Reed came in from 12 yards out and gave Green the lead back, 20-17. Lake wasn't done as they handed it off to Madsen from 5 yards out. The extra point was good, and Lake got the lead back, 24-20. Then Green got the lead back in the fourth quarter, made it 27-24, and Lake got a field goal late in the fourth quarter to tie it up at 27 apiece. Green tried to walk it off in regular time, but missed the field goal to the left as it was pushed a little bit. And we went into overtime, and then Tyson Hunka took it down and in for a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good to make it 34-27. And then Lake was on the doorstep for about 9 plays. And on 4th and 5, the Green Bulldogs shut the door on Tied to George at the 2-yard line to end it. And the place went crazy. And that is all we have for you here tonight at Memorial Stadium in Green as the Green Bulldogs defeat the Lake Blue Streaks 34-27. Thank you for everyone spending your Friday night with us here on Week 10, Rivalry Week of the Ohio High School football season on the Q92 Sports Network. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias and head to Q92radiosports.com. Don't forget about tomorrow. 2 things that you can tune into. There is the War of 1894 as the Massillon Tigers head across town to face the Canton McKinley Bulldogs in the greatest high school football rivalry in the country. And again, myself and my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, will be in Alliance, Ohio, as we will have the call on AM 1310 WDPN tomorrow as the Mount Union Purple Raiders take on the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. You can also catch that on the Q92 Sports Network if you can't tune in to the AM station. That was Mike Voorhees. I appreciate him. I am Jay Wilhelm. And again, thank you guys for spending your Friday night with us here on Week 10. The regular season is officially over, and it's playoff time. Have a good night, everybody.